Ba-da-dum. What's up, Ethan? What's up, music? What's up? We got Unaccessible. Unaccessible, how'd your test go, bro? The one I was helping you with, real quick. You remember? Come up. You want to say hi? What's up? What's up, bub?
It hopefully went great.
It hopefully went great. We love that. Yeah, good.
Hopefully. Yeah, if you get an 80 or above, you get an automatic 100. So I mean,
That's dope.
We love that, dude. Automatic 100s, dude. Dubs, bro.
bro, it better not be a repeat of last test where I get a 79.98.
That would suck. That would really suck. We don't want that to happen. No.
It would suck.
Anyways, yeah, cool. Good, awesome. What, today's Monday? Yeah, first day of the week.
First day of spring break.
It's first day of spring break for you. Wow, that's kind of late for spring break. I feel like it's already spring break for most of the students. They had that like 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Spring break was a while ago, dog. We had a lot of fun this weekend. Unaccessible. Were you around for any of the games we had? Any of the tournament games we had?
Yeah, I joined while you guys were talking about a Jack 250.
Jack 250.
And then I put the weird Korean symbols that said Sussy, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when we were doing Penn Center's thing on Friday. Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, we what was it we had? So we had a couple games this weekend. So we had a Fortnite tournament on Saturday, which was cool. It was a BR tournament. It was a really good one, actually. We had multiple double-digit games. I think, yeah, the top scores were. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It was in. It was here. Did I put it in 1 second? Let me see if my Discord's working. My Discord indicator. Is it doing the right one? Yes, it's doing the right one. Nice. Oh, also this camera is. I'm down here. Like what? Wait 1 second. Let me fix this. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, good. All right. But yeah, we had a chess tournament also. Well, here were the games. Where were the games? Yeah, so these were the Fortnite tournaments. Equity and Not Your Friend clutched a 31 elimination victory royale. Taco and Obama 30, very close.
That's dope.
And then Cuber and Saint started it off with we were just catching dubs all day. It was great. I had a really fun time playing with you guys. And then we had a chess tournament on Sunday. These were the results. A new guy, well, not new. He's been in our server for a bit, but he hasn't really participated in stuff. But C-Wadf or whatever. Carl is his name. Did really well. He got first place. Taco Cat got second. Equity got third. These were all the standings in the games. We played 4 rounds. Yeah, you should have joined the chess thing. It was super fun. Because in addition to doing that, okay, one second. I gotta turn my other guest off. Wait, where's my guest thing? Turn the guest off. There we go. That's what I need to do. In addition to doing the games, we did a giveaway just for anyone who just participated. So if you played at all on any, you got a point, and then you got another point if you won. So, and then we gave out a couple gift cards for at the end. It actually went to the people that won the gift card. I think it went to Cuber, who was last year, and it went to Jamarcus as well, who was 8th. So, another thing where just because you don't think you're good at chess and you're not the best doesn't mean you can't win. So participation is very important. That's the only way you get better, is what I say. The only way you get better at something is to suck at something first. So I had a fun time playing a bunch of chess games with you guys. We will probably do that again on next Sunday, because I think this was a big success. You guys seem to enjoy it. Anyways. Yes. So, oh yeah, let me get you on the speech. Oh, your Discord died? Yeah, all good. So yeah, that was the weekend games. This is the last week of the MT tournament, Masters tournament for spring. So This is the last week to redeem points on the channel if you want to get through that. Last week to finish up the Brilliant Challenge is due today. And also we have a talent show where submissions are due next Sunday. So if you have a
show.
talent show, it can be anything from like playing the piano. You know, I did this. Did I make the announcement? Where did I make the announcement in? Sorry, I did it. I'll make a server-wide announcement for it because I want everyone to be able to participate in it if they want. But here's an example of what we did on our previous talent show. I think this was last year or 2 years ago is what we had it as. But it's really fun. So the students like all just like submit like different videos of things. So some people were like, here's my Hot Wheels collection. I'm like, that's a pretty cool talent, you know. A couple people did playing the piano. So they played a song on the piano. That was always like a big hit. Or even just showing, someone was showing like some really cool, like,
Yo,
I guess this is,
1v1.lol.
or like, yeah, Fortnite stuff. Like if you can show like something cool with that, that's dope. Oh, nice, Ethan. 80 string freak. That's cool. But yeah, we give out prizes for this as well. You get 2 bond coins just for submitting. So if you submit something, you already get 2 bond coins, and then it goes up a lot. So I'm gonna have you guys. You guys are part of the judges. We're gonna have some of the TAs judge as well. I'll announce when we're gonna do the judgment. But again, submissions are due on Sunday. But first place gets 15 bond coins, which is a lot. That's an automatic tier 1. Plus 50,000 MT coins if you're in the tournament. If you're not in the tournament, or if you know you're just starting or you're pretty low down on the leaderboard, I will guarantee that you get 7th place at least on the prize drawing. So we were originally only giving the big prizes out the top 6, but if you want to, but if you get first in the talent show, I will bump you all the way up to 7th. Which means, so we're gonna put you in like one MT point below who 6th is, and you also get a shot at one of the big prizes. Where do you go to sign up for the talent show, Evoli? Good question. To sign up, you just have to DM me a video. Is all. I will make an announcement, Evoli, sorry, in the big chat. But yeah, just DM me a video of what you want to be your submission. And as long as it's around a minute, under a minute long, you know, don't, because I know people's attention spans. But just DM me what your submission is, and then I'll put it in. Yeah, it's super fun. We had, I think some kid like solved like a Rubik's Cube in like under a minute. There are a bunch of really fun, like unique talents that the students have. You know, a lot of like gaming stuff. People showed some games.
That I just see some quick surfers in like the 29 minute mark.
What did you see?
I saw Subway Surfers.
Yeah. Oh, wow, Sam. Thanks for the sub, bro. I'm trying to see, where was the... So LL25 like played something. He's the one that won last year for his piano thing. I'm trying to find the one where we had like a... This is cool. This was Ash's brother, Kev. He played the trombone for us. I thought that was super cool as well, you know. We had a lot of really fun ones. Obama played the piano. Yeah, it's super fun, dude. And then yeah, some people had some awesome Fortnite clips of them. Someone was playing Beat Saber. Yeah, someone played Beat Saber. Showed me how well they were good at playing Beat Saber. That was a fun one as well.
This game is a fucking workout, dude.
Oh, here it was. This was the kids solving the Rubik's Cube. So some kid on a stream solved the Rubik's Cube. Let's see how fast he did it.
Depending how much time more it takes, I think I read.
No, just instead of footage, this is slowed down. I swear.
No. It's regular time.
I'm in the fours.
Yo, he's solving it so fast.
Let's see how fast he did it in.
He's like, it's dropping
Sub 45, sub 45.
Let's see. I forget how fast he did it in.
Let's go. Let's see.
What's up, Scientific? Good to see you, dude. Oh, look at that. There you go. Yeah, so he solved a Rubik's Cube in 38 seconds. And so he did that on the stream. I thought that was really cool.
All right, everyone, you know what to do. Go solve a Rubik's Cube right now.
Yes.
In under 38 seconds.
Evoli says, can you showcase IRL stuff? Yes, totally. Yeah, and don't feel like you have to show your face. It's totally cool. You don't have to. Just maybe like if you can put on a piece of paper. Like I trust you, Evoli. You're fine. But for people that I don't know and whatnot, like try to like put on a piece of paper like your username in the video so that I know you didn't just rip it off of YouTube. Because I'm sure some kids will just rip whatever like video off of YouTube and submit something. You can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 20 seconds? I don't know if I can. Yeah. Scientific, yes, we are solving questions today. Yeah, I was just some quick announcements. We're having a talent show, and I was just telling the kids like what they got to do for it. Biometrics test. Cool. Falcon, how'd it go? Good job. You have a good time on the test? Hope you guys did. But yeah, okay. Let's go through some questions. I know Bob has to leave in like 30 minutes, so let's kick that off. All right, cool. All right. Welcome everyone to Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold, this is Actual Education. Stream that helps you out with math homework, science homework.
Oh yeah.
All types of fun stuff. Let's get into it. Oh, nice. Did good. You're okay with analysis. What's analysis? Sorry. Usually analysis involves math. No, right? I would think an analysis question would involve math. Okay. Here we go. Bob. Yeah. Let's do your question. Find the sum of the series. Ooh, calculus. Sequences and series. Okay. Cool. If I chug a bottle of Jägermeister, do I win? Please don't do that noise on my stream. Yeah, that would be another thing. Sorry. The talent has to be kind of appropriate, please, for school. Don't do anything that would get me in trouble. Because I am going to stream it on Twitch. But I will also pre-screen the videos. Yeah. I think I die off. I don't know. I've seen some Russians like chug a bottle of vodka and be okay. I don't know. But they're built different. Anyways, no, you're good, Mystic. Good to see you. Yes, we're having a talent show. I'll make an announcement, Falcon, today about it, just server-wide. I announced it a couple days ago to people who are in the tournament that's ending next week, but also I'm going to announce it to everyone in the Discord because it's a way to also get points. It's also a lot of fun, and if you win, you get prizes. If you juggle chainsaws, yeah, that's great.
That's dope.
Do you win? It depends if the students think you're cool. So, like, the students will all vote during the talent show. They get, like, kind of a say in things, and then me and a couple of the TAs will also be judges. So you'll see. It's a lot of fun. Okay, find the sum of these series. I would split this up, Bob, into 2 series, right? I would find the sum of these series individually, right? So I would do the sum from n equals 2 to infinity of 2 over n squared minus 1 plus the sum from n equals 2 to infinity of 2/3 to the n, right? You recognize what this series is, Bob, right? What's this? It's just a geometric series, no?
Is it the 1 minus? I don't know.
Okay. Series. It's this. Pretty sure it's this.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that just what it converges to, right? Not it's.
No, that's what the sum is.
That's what the sum is.
Mm-hmm. You can belt your
I thought that's what
ABCs.
it converges to.
Yeah, everyone has a talent. Yeah. What does Mystic say? What if I don't have it? You everyone has a talent. Yeah. Some people screen record their Fortnite footage. That's a talent, you know. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so but here's the weird thing, Bob. Do you see how this starts at n equals 0, but this one's starting at n equals 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you
that
have to
means
find 1 and 2.
you have to subtract the 0 and first term, right? So this is going to equal to, a in this case is just 1, so that's 1 over 1 minus 2/3, right? But that would be the sum if it started at 0. So then I need to subtract minus 1, because that's 2/3 of the 0, minus 2/3. Okay. So this just becomes, right, 1 minus 2/3 is 1/3, 1 over 1/3 is 3. So this is 3 minus 1 minus 2/3. So this is going to be 2, which is
1 and 1/3.
Yeah, is that kind of how that works? Yeah, 1 and 1/3.
I think 1 and 1/3. Yeah.
Oh, 4/3. Okay, so that's what this part is. That's not too bad, right? This to me, I feel like
You can move the 2 to the front, right?
yeah, you can move the 2 to the front. That's totally cool. What is this one? Is this like sine or cosine? I know it's kind of lame. Yeah, speedrunning a cool math game is also dope. Yeah, that's cool, man. Mystic, again, it doesn't matter if you think it's lame. Like, some people will think it's cool, and you get points just for submitting. So, submit. But yeah, make sure you're submitting something that's like, not like, some people will just be like, hey, look, like I opened a sandwich. I'm like, no, like that's not a talent. That's you're hungry. Let me think. Okay, so infinite infinite series sums.
McLaurin series.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Noise has the right idea. I was just kind of look if there's like some nice ones that I already know. Like I know R to the N. Can you integrate 2? No.
Oh yeah, maybe integrating. Because sometimes they have dumb problems like that.
Well, I just wonder which ones you're allowed to like use a table for, and which ones you just have to kind of figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
Noise does have a very good idea
given-
here. This is the same thing as 2 times the sum from n equals 2 to infinity. Sorry. Noise is correct that I would rewrite this, right, as 1 over n plus 1 n minus 1. Because it's a difference of squares. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And then you can use partial fractions for this. Which
Partial
is...
fractions for that.
Well, because you want to break this up into like a over n
Oh.
plus 1 plus b
Uh-huh.
over n plus 1, right?
Yeah.
I forget what... You know how to do partial fractions, right? I assume I don't have to like do it for you. Let me just see this.
Not really.
You don't know partial
Can
fractions?
you do it?
I can do it.
It's kind of hard because I never really understood it.
Okay, so here, partial fraction decomposition of this. So we know that 1 over n plus 1, n minus 1 needs to be equal to something, a, over n plus 1 plus something
Yeah.
over n minus 1, okay?
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to do is multiply this on both sides, right? So this is just going to get me 1 is equal to, and then this is n plus 1, n minus 1 times a all over n plus 1, right? Plus n plus 1, n minus 1 times b over n minus 1. Does that make sense so far?
Okay.
Okay. I just multiplied
Yeah.
this on both sides, okay? The n plus 1s go away. So we're just left with n minus 1a, and then these ones go away. So you're just left with
I see.
1 is equal to n minus 1 times a plus n plus 1 times b. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Couple ways to solve this. So there's one way which is like looking at it by orders of terms. You can basically look at like, okay, well, in this case, right, this is like 0 times n plus 1, 0 times n to the 1 plus 1 times n to the 0. And then this is, what is this? This is an minus a plus bn plus b. So that's a plus b times n to the 1, and then plus b minus a n to the 0. 0 n to the 1 plus 1 n to the 0. Do you see that?
Wait, can you explain that?
Yeah,
Can you
good.
Explain that again.
Totally fine, totally fine. Okay, so this is 1, right? Which,
Uh-huh.
if I look at it in terms of by powers of n, this is the same thing as 0 times n to the first
Uh-huh.
plus 1
Right.
times n to the 0th. Sorry. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to expand this. So this is an minus a,
Yeah.
bn
Yeah, I see
plus
that
b.
part.
Now I'm going to group by powers of n. So I have an and bn, right? So that's a plus b times n to the first.
Oh, I see.
Right, good?
Uh-huh.
And you see this? Cool?
Yeah.
So now this is a very useful thing that happens in physics a lot of times. By analyzing the coefficients in front of the powers, that tells me that this must equal 0. So a plus b is equal to 0, and then b minus a must be equal to 1.
Okay.
Or another way to write this, right,
Yes.
is that a minus b is equal to negative 1. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you can solve for a and b,
And that's
right?
all from here with the system equations.
Right, so this is 2a. So if I add these, right, this is 2a is equal to negative 1, right? So a is equal to negative 1/2, which means b is equal to positive 1/2.
Okay.
Cool? The other way that they like to do it when you get to this, to what is it, to this portion, to this part, is they'll say, let n equal 1. Okay, if n equals 1, right, this all goes away.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you get
I
2b
see.
is equal to 1. This is an easier way to do it. But sometimes it's not it's not easy to decompose that, so you have to do it this way. Right, so b is 1/2, a is negative 1/2. Okay, so this whole thing breaks up now into 2 separate series. So this is 2 times, okay, and now it's the series from n equals 2 to infinity of, so let's remember which one. So the a is over the n plus 1, and the a was the negative. So that's negative 1/2 over n plus 1, and then it's plus sum from n equals 2 to infinity of 1/2 over n minus 1, okay? All right.
Yeah.
Which, again, do you see how this 2 is going to kill off the 1/2s, which is kind of nice?
Yeah. I see
So,
that.
sorry. So, let's break this. I'm, like, getting a little messy with how this is going. All right, this is 4/3, okay? This one's 4/3. Let's evaluate. Yo, what's up, Ramton?
How's it going?
Good, man. Doing some of series. Dude, how's life, bro? I haven't seen you in a bit.
It's good. It's been busy with some stuff. I wanted to like talk to you sometime. Also, try to get some stuff in order.
Cool. Yes, because the
Yeah,
summer's
we'll
coming up.
figure-
I'm about to have a lot more free time over the summer, which means we can do like some cool things with this. We had that meeting, I think, like a month or two ago, right, where I had like ideas, and then I got like super
Yeah.
busy with stuff. So like I still have the ideas out there, and I do want to execute on them for sure in like the next couple weeks.
Yep.
But yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll. Yeah, I wanted to talk. Yeah, we'll talk at some point. Maybe we'll do like a Zoom meeting again.
Yes. I love little brainstorming sessions.
Like during the weekend would be like the best.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me. I'll schedule something for us to just talk and figure things out. But cool. Feel free to hang out too if you want. Like I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
gonna get stuck on things. Yeah. And Noises it says hello, Mr. Rampton. Yes. Yeah. Noises missed you too, man.
Hello.
We've all missed you. Sick. Equity says ideas about what? Oh yeah, so Equity. Well, I'll share. I'll share with the students too at some point. But yeah, just some ideas of like where to take the server, Equity. Because we are getting bigger. We got a decent amount of donations for my birthday, which was nice. So I have money for prizes and things. And Rampton and I had talked, I think a month or 2 months ago about maybe some other cool activity things we can do, both to like get people more involved and also like get some more money for the server so that I can pay for more prizes for you guys. Yeah, that would be fun, right? Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good question for you, Rampton. Do you know how to do the sum of this series? Do you know how to do the sum of like something over n+1?
I
Whatever
think
this.
so. This is actually, I think it's a cool and tricky thing. So if you were to do the sums alone,
Uh-huh.
it would diverge. So it like doesn't have an answer to it.
Okay.
But what this looks like, I think it's like a telescoping.
Oh,
series.
it's telescoping.
So if you
Oh.
write down like the first few terms, I
Yeah,
think each term will cancel out the next.
let's do that. Yeah,
Then
very
you'll
good
see the
idea.
pattern.
Yeah, so Bob, do you understand what Rampton was saying there?
Wait, it cut out for me.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay.
'cause
Here,
my-
I'll show you.
my-
I'll show you. So we're instead of separating these out as two separate series, we're gonna write them back together. Okay, so this is 1 over n+1, and Rampton has a good idea.
Yeah.
We're just gonna check to see what these first few terms would be. Okay, and I
I see.
now I understand why they're starting at n=2 because you see if you started at n=1 you'd have problems
Oh yeah, I see.
because you'd be dividing by 0.
Yeah.
We don't do that, right? Okay, so let's start at 2. So this is 1 over 2 minus 1, which is 1, right? Minus 1 over 3. If we just start with putting in the
Yeah.
first one. Okay, then we go to the next one, right? Which is going to be 1 over 1 over 2, right? Minus 1 over 1 over 4, okay? And then plus 1 over 3 minus I'm losing track, sorry. N=2
minus 1/5.
minus 1 over 5. Okay.
Yeah, and then I think starting from here, you can see all
You-
of the
you'll
terms will start to cancel out two previous.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, because then when we go here, right now this is 1/4 minus 1 over 6. So look what happens here, right? The
Okay, yeah.
minus 1/4 plus 1/4, right? Minus 1/3 plus 1/3. So I don't think Rampton these
There's
two
just
don't
one.
these two do not get canceled though, right?
Yeah, those it would just be 1 plus 1/2, and then the other terms will just go to 0
Very good. Yeah.
essentially.
So that's going to be 3/2 is what's left over, right?
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
plus the did we have a 2 on? No, we got rid of the 2. We already integrated the 2 in. Okay.
Yeah.
So plus 4/3.
Workers. Uh-huh.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so what? That's
Okay.
9 over 6 plus 8 over 6, 17 over 6. Should be done.
Okay.
Yeah? Cool. Awesome. Good job.
That's
dude.
a long problem.
It is.
Especially if you do on the phone.
Oh, this is a final exam question?
Yeah. It's a
Fuck.
fast
That's
one.
gross, dude. What? Your USC math department, dude, is like super aggro, dude, on the questions. I gotta chill on that.
The math department sucks.
The math, yeah, you said the physics department sucks too, which is interesting because I don't really know many people that went to USC for physics. Kind of makes sense.
That explains why it sucks probably.
Right? Yeah. Like when I think of like people I saw in like my physics career, I don't think I ever saw someone from USC, which is weird. It's a big college. It's huge. you know?
Isn't USC a party school also?
Yeah,
Something like that?
it is. It is. We used to call them University of Spoiled Children.
People still say that.
Oh, they still do, yeah, for sure. Because like it's
I
expensive.
mean, there are spoiled children, but
It's kind of like a frat. It's like a frat school almost sometimes, but it's great for connections in business if you want to do that.
Yeah, I only found out because, like, there were like a lot of people who went to Coachella and all that stuff.
Yeah. Have you been to Coachella, Rampton? Have you been to the States? I forget.
No, I haven't been.
Oh, dude, we gotta get you over here, dude. Come on. Come down for a visit. What's Jeff saying? Jeff says that.
hopefully soon, to be honest.
Yeah, we gotta get you soon here. Jeff says that's weird. The sum of n squared minus 1 to the negative 1 is way different from n squared to the negative 1 and n squared to the minus 2 to the negative 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I think it's just a freak accident, maybe, Jeff, about how that works. You know, I should have recognized it's a telescoping series because we literally did this. Yeah, this happens sometimes. It's cool. But yeah, for whatever like freak reason, yeah, this you're right. If you had changed this to n squared minus 2, this probably would not work because now you're skipping every 2 terms or whatever. The partial fraction decomposition probably like turns out to be something worse. Yeah. The nice thing here was that A and B were equal and opposite, right? We got that the coefficient was negative 1/2 and positive 1/2. If these had like, let's say for instance, this was like 3/2, like now this no longer works because you're not going to have equal things canceling each other. Yeah. Cool. Good question, Bob. Love it.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude. Let's see what else we got. Equity with some cool questions. Some more. What is this? This is Equity. You're here. Are you here, Equity? Or are you still in class? Because I know sometimes you're in class. And then Taco Cat's got a buoyancy question. Mystic Rift has something cool. And then Noise has something cool. Noise, what time do you got to go to bed, bro? You let me know so I can make sure we do your question before you fall asleep. Because I know you're on UK time. Yeah, you dropped a physics question. Yeah. Let me. What time's your bedtime, Noise? I was up with Noise actually last night. I was up with Sensation Black at like 1 a.m. and Noise was just waking up at 8 to go buy a gingerbread person. They don't call him gingerbread man anymore. I don't know. It's just like they're trying to mess up my cookies. Like now even the cookies don't have genders. Like what? Like gotta stop. All right, you'll be around for the next hour. Okay. Let me do one of the other students' questions and then we'll go ahead and hit yours. Here, let me do Mystic, because I know it's late for Mystic. Mystic is in New Zealand. Mystic, are you here in the chat? And then I'll do Noises, because Noises in the UK. And then, don't worry, I can stream pretty late today, guys, so I will hit all your questions. Let's see. Paste, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Mystic. Here, let me tag Mystic. I know he was here. Scientific says, "Can I send a limit?" Yeah, you can send whatever. Scientific, you're in our Discord, right? Do you know our Discord? This is where the students submit the questions. There's a whole channel here called Help Screenshots. It's 10:30 in the morning for me. Yeah, dude. But it's 10:30 in the morning in the future for you. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Okay. So they say find Z. They give you a side here, and they give you some angles. And then you have an unknown side. So there are actually 2 ways to do this, Mystic. I'll show you the easy way and the hard way. So the nice thing is because this has a right angle, Mystic, this means that it is a right triangle. And when you have right triangles, we're able to use a lot of really cool tools to solve for things. So that means we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Yes, and SOHCAHTOA, my beloved. Yes, we do love SOHCAHTOA. Yes, so you can use the Pythagorean theorem, and you can also use SOHCAHTOA. You can just use straight trig identities. It's super nice. Yeah. So SOHCAHTOA. Noise, is that gonna be your new OnlyFans, dude? SOHCAHTOA. How much do I got to sub for? Anyways, so to use right, which is sine, right? So sine of an angle is gonna be equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to look like for what angle here would have the opposite be something I'm looking for. But we don't have the hypotenuse. Okay, so fuck this. This isn't going to work. We need to use tangent. This is a good thing also to know Mystic, right? So either one of these sides can either be my opposite or my adjacent, but the side opposite of the 90-degree angle, Mystic, this is always going to be the hypotenuse. Always. Okay? So I don't know what the hypotenuse is, which means I don't want to use any trig identities that include the hypotenuse. So that's going to get rid of, sine. It's going to get rid of cosine. I don't want to use those because I don't know the hypotenuse, and I'm probably going to be solving for either the opposite or the adjacent. So let's use tangent. Yeah, okay. So I know tangent of some angle is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. And you can choose any of these angles here, right? Which one do you want to choose, Mystic? Which angle would you like to take the tangent of? You pick. Yes, Taco, you can be a... Well, is this your... I thought you changed your Twitch a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, which angle do you want? Do you want to choose, the Mystic? Which one do you want? Here, let me... Yeah, I'll make you a mod. It's okay, dude. Nar. Nick, dude. Chill, dude. It's okay. Take the tangent of the 90? God damn it. Noise. No choosing violence today, dude. Where's like my community? Community roles manager. Don't make him mods. No, I can. It's okay. Whatever's easier. I mean, they're both easy. Just pick one. I just want you to pick one. You can say 30 or you can say 90 or 60. Don't say 90, please. Taco Cat lol 3. How many Taco Cat accounts do you have, dude? Taco Cat lol 3. Is that who you are? Taco Cat lol 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're a mod. Congrats. Nice. Okay. Let's do the 30. Okay, cool. So I'm going to say tangent of 30 degrees, okay, is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. So what number, so if this is my angle that we're taking the tangent of, Mystic, which one of these numbers is the opposite? Is it the 6 or the z? We got to kind of remember, like, what is opposite, what's adjacent with a triangle. The 6 maybe? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, look. So what you do, whenever you see the angle, do you see how this is the angle, right? You always want to look like opposite of it. And opposite of that is correct. That's the 6, okay? So good. So I'm going to say tangent of 30 is equal to 6 over, not opposite of hypotenuse, opposite over adjacent, sorry. The adjacent, and the adjacent is the other one, which is z, all right? So this is now an algebraic expression that we can solve. Do you know what to do next here to solve for z? This is like some algebra. What it may help here, Mystic, sometimes, whenever I see like something over something, and I just have another thing here by itself, I'll just put like an over 1 here is what I'll do. Because the tangent of 30 degrees is the same thing as the tangent of 30 degrees divided by 1. Okay, you don't know what really to do. That's okay. Have you ever used, what's it called? Cross multiplying? I think you guys also call it the butterfly method. Something like this. Have you seen this? Like Pretty Little Butterfly? I don't know. I don't know what they teach you in New Zealand. But you can tell me. Nah, okay, cool. Well, then I'll show you. All right. So when you have two fractions, so if I have a over b is equal to c over d, like two fractions just by themselves, you got to make sure there's nothing else over here. Like if there's anything here, this screws it up. No. We don't want to do that, okay? Then the trick for doing these is you can do this times this, so the top of this times the bottom of this, so that would be z tangent of 30 degrees is equal to, that's not a Pretty Little Butterfly. You don't like my butterfly, dude? What? Yeah, okay. Is equal to this. It's equal to 6 times 1, okay? So now you have 6, right? Is equal to z tangent of 30. Okay? And then the last step here to get the 6 is to divide this on both sides. So we're going to take this whole thing and we're just going to divide it over here. All right? And then this will give you z. All right? So z is equal to, at this point, you do need a, well, you should know what the tangent of 30 degrees is, but if you don't, it's totally okay. we're going to pull out our calculator, and we're going to put the degree modes are fine because everything's in degrees. So we're going to do 6 divided by the tangent of 30, and that's going to end up equaling, oh, they want it in simplest radical form? Okay, so they actually do want you, so wait, they said simplest radical form? So we need to know what the tangent of 30 degrees is in terms of radicals if we want to do this technically. The decimal answer is there. It's 10.39. But what you're supposed to know is your unit circle, which I'll show you how that kind of works. So you may not know this, Mystic. That's okay. This is a little bit more advanced like trig stuff. Okay, so if this is 30 degrees, okay. This is a special triangle, which is a 30, 60, 90. Where this side is going to be 1/2, this side's going to be the square root of 3 over 2, and this side's going to be 1. And so tangent is opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be 1/2 divided by the square root of 3 over 2, which is going to be the same. So the 2's cancel on the bottom here, and you have 1 over the square root of 3, which is the same thing as the square root of 3 over 3. All right? So this becomes 6. Actually, let's leave it. Let's leave this form. Tangent of 30 degrees is the same thing as 1 over the square root of 3. And then if you divide a number by a fraction, do you know how to divide fractions, Mystic? It's another thing I could teach you if you don't know how to divide fractions. Like, do you know how to do this? Let's say I do like 1/4 divided by 1/3. Do you know how to do this? A little bit, yeah. So they call it like keep, change, flip, right? So keep, change. So instead of dividing, we're going to multiply and then flip. So then it's 3 over 1. So this becomes 3/4. Times the 4 and times the 3. Yeah, not quite. Again, if you're dividing two fractions. So if I'm doing 1/4, the other way they write this is like this. This is like a gross way to write dividing. Quadruple decker fractions are the work of Satan. Yeah. Yeah, in the fourth one. Yeah, good. Yeah. They call it keep, change. So instead of divide, it's multiply. And then they call this flip. So then it's 3 over 1. Yeah. Okay. That's how they do that. So when we're doing here, if I'm doing 6 divided by 1 over the square root of 3, it's the same thing, right? Keep, change. I love the divide symbol, though. Double, quadruple. Yeah. And then flip. So this becomes square root of 3 over 1. Okay. 6 is the same as 6 over 1. So your final answer is just 6 square root of 3, which we could have checked that. So let's look at what 6 on the calculator, 6 square root of 3 is. Pretty sure we're going to get the same answer. And we do. That is 10.39, which is the same. And so you're done. Keep, change, flip. What's up, Justin? How's it cracking, dude?
I already knew keep, change, flip. Honestly.
That's dope.
I'm so proud of you, dude.
And plus, for multiplication with fractions, if they have, I think they have the same. No, they don't need the same thing. I think that's for adding, right? Or subtracting.
For multiplying, they don't need to have the same denominator. If you're adding and subtracting, they do.
Yeah.
Easiest way with
yeah,
keep going.
1, like it's pretty much 1 times 3, and then you get that, and 1 times 4, you get that. You know, 3 over 4.
Yeah, you can just multiply them. Wait, Omega says, easiest way with lower maths begins with an equilateral triangle bisecting an angle, applying the Pythagorean theorem on one of the newly formed triangles. Okay. What does he mean by that? Bisecting it. Begins with an equilateral triangle. How's that easier? Just suck a toe. No, sorry. Omega, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about, sorry. Yeah, this is actually a very cool trick. A little bit of a tangent here, guys. So, we just worked with tangent. My puns are on point today. Okay. So equilateral, right? You're right, Kent, would be like a, I'm just going to say this is equilateral. Okay. Right, where this is 60 degrees, this is 60 degrees. I love tangent. I love tangent too, yeah. 60 degrees. And then what Kent is saying is to bisect this. Bisect means cut in half. So if you have an equilateral triangle and you bisect it, right, which is cut this down the middle, all right, then this new angle here becomes 30 degrees. And you have a 30, 60, 90. And then the cool way, I like this. This is actually very cool, Kent, how you derive this, right? If it's an equilateral triangle with all the sides equal to 1, right, this is 1, This is 1. We've now cut this side in half. This goes back to a geometry thing of an angle perpendicular bisector. So if you have something that like is perpendicular and it's an angle bisector or whatever, I'm pretty sure it cuts this in half technically. So this ends up equaling 1/2, just this portion, because remember the whole thing was 1. And then you can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out what this side would be, which, yeah, if you do 1/2 squared plus b squared is equal to 1 squared. That's 1/4 plus b squared is equal to 1. So b squared is equal to, if you move this over, 3/4, square root both sides, you get square root of 3 over 2. That's a cool trick. I like that. That's another cool way to do it for the 30, 60, 90. Yeah. I just memorize them. I memorize the 30, 60, 90, and then I memorize the 45, 45, 90. If you know those two triangles, you can solve almost anything on the unit circle as long as it's some multiple of those, of either 30, 60, or 45. Yeah. Yeah. Or actually, I guess just multiples of 30 and 45, right? Everything else is included there. Yeah. Cool. All right, good question. Keep, change, flip. Okay. Noise, let's do yours next, because it is late for the EU boy. How was the gingerbread man you got from what, where was it from again? From Sainsbury's? Oh, dude, I always get these kind of like wrong. Yeah, mainly because I end up like screwing up my centripetal acceleration term. Oh, Co-op mate, that's right. Yeah, it was at the Co-op. But you sent us a screenshot of Sainsbury's, right? Okay. This is a good question. Typical question asked on a physics exam, especially when we start doing anything with circular motion. Okay. So it says, at bends on motor... I can already tell this is British, dude. We don't call it a bend. We call it like a, I don't know, like a slope or banked, right? Banked. What do you call this, Rambo? What would you call like a... Would you call this like a banked curve?
Banked? Yeah.
He calls it like at bends, or I guess we call this like a turn. They call it a bends.
Yeah, honestly, that doesn't seem that odd. I think it's just the motorways also.
Oh, motorways also, yeah, really weird. Yeah, like what the fuck is a motorway? I always love that meme of like, why do we drive on freeways, but but the car stays still on a driveway? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's highway, it's driveways and parkways. So you drive on a parkway, but you park on a driveway, and it's like, what? Excuse me. Yes, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, sorry, I forgot what the joke was. My bad. But I don't think anyone calls, at least on the West Coast, none of it's called parkways. I think that's an East Coast thing, calling things parkways. Yeah, we call them highways. But okay, this is a motorway. Is sloped so that a car is less likely to slide out of its lane when traveling at high speed. Figure 3 shows the cars. Okay, so it's moving around in a circle. Yay, we love that. At a radius of 200 meters, and the motorway is sloped at an angle of 5 degrees. Okay, so then what they do is, so we're looking at this, right? We're like, oh, cool, looking like from the top. We can also get down to the road level and look at it as almost like a cross section, and that's what they get here. This is the cool force diagram that it's nice that they drew it for you. Usually you have to draw this yourself. So cool. They have the weight and the reaction force. The advisory speed for the bend is chosen so that the friction force down the slope is 0. Okay. So they basically want to know what's the maximum speed that this car can have. So it's actually cool. There's a minimum speed and a maximum speed, depending on what the coefficient of friction is. Let's pretend this is like a frictionless plane, right? If you're not going fast enough, this car will just like slide down the highway. Like that noise we heard. And yeah, but it doesn't, because this thing is moving at some amount of speed in a circle, and we know that when things are moving around in a circle, they would like to just go straight, right? This car would love to just keep going straight, but it's trying to move. It's trying to curve. It's trying to move around in a circle, which means the direction of this car is changing, which means the velocity is changing. And anytime you have a change in velocity, this gives rise to some sort of acceleration. So again, this thing can be moving at a constant speed. It can be moving at a constant, whatever, 30 miles an hour, or you British people say, like, I don't know, like 60 kilometers per hour. But since the direction is changing as it moves around in a circle, that means the velocity is changing. So there has to be an acceleration. And what we learn in physics is the magnitude of that acceleration is equal to v squared over r, where this is this is what's called like the tangential velocity. So it's like how fast this thing would be moving just straight divided by the radius. Oh, you use miles per hour here? Wait, what the hell? But you're in the UK, dude. Yeah, why not kilometers per hour? Like, miles per hour already sucks. But okay. So yeah, and that centripetal acceleration noise points straight in towards the center, which is interesting. So when we look at our diagram here on the side, this is going to point straight horizontally to the left. This is going to be an AC, is what it's going to be. This is going to be AC. And that's going to be equal to v squared over r. Kilometers per hour superior? Yeah. I don't know. Don't get me started on units. Okay. Oh, Equity says, what happened to my turn? Oh, I called for you, but you weren't here. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So, let's see. This is acting directly to the left. This is happening this way, and then we want the frictional force to be what is it? What did they say? Frictional force is pulling.
So this one is maximum speed, right?
I think it's max. I feel like it's max. Is that what the question asked? Sorry, what was?
Does it say?
Well, it says suggest an appropriate advisory speed. Right. So that should be the max, right? That's the maximum speed.
Yeah. So then the friction force would be pulling you down.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So this is going to end up being the frictional force, and the reason for that, right, is if my acceleration is pulling me in, right, something needs to be pulling me in that direction, which gravity doesn't then, right? Like gravity just pulls straight down, right?
Well, yeah, I guess gravity would be like doesn't have any effect except for the fact that it will create some sort of a normal force.
Very good. Yeah, exactly.
That you need for the friction.
Yeah. Noise says, I don't think we have friction here. Well, we must have friction because it says the friction force is 0. I think we're going to leave it in terms of units. Or it might cancel out, actually. We'll see. I'm pretty like anything in physics, start writing down the equations and then some variables may cancel. If you don't have the variable, pretend you do and then see what happens. Because yeah, what Rampton was right with so this gravity, right, can be broken into like this is kind of tricky because we have a bunch of different coordinate systems that we're going to be messing with. Wait, why is my line not working? There we go. Thank you. So this is for instance the two components you're going to have. So you're going to have this is going to be some force gravity pulling straight down. This is like I'm going to say this is like FGY and this is like FGX, okay? Because eventually what I'm going to need to get is what the force of the friction is. And we know that force of friction, right, is going to be equal to mu k Fn. This is kind of the thing we use, all right? Right, okay. So let's try to solve for what the normal force is going to be. So barring any oh, wait. Yeah, okay. This is where this gets tricky, Rampton, right? Because when I start trying to like say this is equal to this, technically there's a component of this. Like the acceleration in the y direction is not 0, right?
Well, which y are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the usual one we do when we usually do this, right?
That one? Okay, I see.
Because technically there's a component of this, right, which is pulling it up.
Yeah, well, typically for these ones,
yeah,
I just do it so that all of the components are like actual vertical and.
Okay, so you don't even mess with this.
No. I pretty much break down the normal force so that it has like the horizontal and vertical component
in the regular coordinates.
In the regular, yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. So yeah, Rampton's got a much better idea there. Yeah. So instead of breaking up gravity, which is what you would usually do, Noise, if this thing wasn't going around in a circle and banked, usually inclined plane problems, we do this and then we rotate to have our coordinate axis so that like things look like this. But Rampton's right, because the centripetal acceleration is pulling straight to the left. I want to try to maybe keep things in this coordinate system. So instead of transforming gravity to be in different components, I'm going to transform the normal force to be in different components. I like that. That's a much better suggestion. Because yeah, I tend to get messed up with all the angles at that point. I'm just like, what's going on? Yeah. Okay. So what happens here, guys, right, is now instead of the normal force pointing straight up and down, it's kind of like curved, or I guess like offset to the left. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this force normal x, force normal y. Okay. And then let's think angular. So I always like to think of, okay, if this angle goes to 0, what angle should go to 0? This should also go to 0. So I believe this is also 5 degrees, or let's just call it theta for now. And you can kind of see that noise, right? If this comes down, right? If this goes down to 0 degrees, then the angular difference, right, between my normal force and what it should be should also go to 0. Like this, if this comes down, this right here will go to 0. That's how you know which angle corresponds to which angle. I could do a geometry argument, but like those tend to be messy. And this is something you want to get used to doing on exams because it's a lot quicker. Okay, so FNY is then equal to, right? Well, actually, okay, FNY is in this direction. So here, let's look at like sum of forces in the y direction. Okay, so that's going to be FNY is going to be pulling up, right? We have minus the weight pulling down. But then, Ramton, doesn't the force of friction also have a component in the y direction? I feel like it does. I feel like this now has a y component pulling down. Which, again, this is also theta. Because think about you can also
Sorry,
you're okay. You're all good. You're all good.
Yeah, like essentially what you would do is now you only have horizontal and vertical. And then the friction will pull you in, and then the other components along with gravity and normal will all end up canceling out.
Okay. But do you agree, like, this is what I do for the sum of forces in the y direction? So I have F and y pointing up, right? I have weight pulling down, but then I have a component of this frictional force, which is also pulling down. Fr sine theta, right?
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, it has to pull down.
Right, okay. So then, right, so sum of forces in the x direction is just going to be equal to, so that's going to be negative. I'm going to make this positive, this negative. I know, things will cancel. So this is going to be Fr cosine theta, right? So that's the component of the friction that points this way. And then minus Fnx, right? And then, so for Fy, right, because in the y direction, this thing is not moving. This is equal to 0. Ma is 0. In the x direction, however, there is an acceleration pulling to the left, and that's going to be equal to v squared over r. So this is negative m v squared over r. Okay? Because the acceleration is pulling to the left as well. This is why, like, all the negatives will go away. We'll just make this all positive. Okay? So now I have some equations. So I have Fny, which Fny, right, is going to... Let's put everything just in terms of Fn. So Fny is Fn cosine theta minus the weight minus F... Let's say Fs for friction. I'm just going to say Fs. Minus Fs sine theta is equal to 0. And then this is going to be Fs cosine theta plus Fn sine theta is equal to mv squared over r. All right, we have m, we have r. I don't have Fn's, but I do have the weight. I also don't have Fs.
I think this is the part where, like, is
there some like voodoo magic here?
Friction has to be set to 0.
Oh, because this is the maximum, right? Is that what you're saying?
No,
no.
It just says there is no friction. That's the only thing.
Where does it say that?
I think. What's it called?
Oh, okay.
Noise was saying he's.
Oh, here it is. Oh, the advisory speed for the bend is chosen so which the friction force down the slope is 0. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Okay, very cool. So yeah, so that's nice. So if the friction force is 0,
technically, if the friction is not 0, like if it wasn't, Then in here, you would want the maximum friction. So everything would be in terms of
This would be equal to like, what is this? Mu static, right? Mu static
static
times the weight.
Times the weight. Yeah.
No.
Or
Sorry,
it would be
times
the normal
Fn.
force.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what it is. Yeah.
Which
So,
yeah.
But you'd have to know mu at that point.
Yeah, you would have to know mu, which is not given at this one. So
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, so noise, assuming that, right, the friction is 0, right? These are going to go away. This goes away. This goes away. And so you just get that weight is equal to Fn cosine theta, right? Just rearranging this. So what are we're solving for V, I guess, right? Okay. So okay. I see a sine theta. I see a cosine theta. I think okay. Oh, I see what I want to do here. Yeah, this is fun. I always love doing this because it's like just okay, let's rewrite it this way. Let's say this is Fn cosine theta is equal to weight. So now I have like two equations, and I'm just going to divide them by each other. All right. So if I divide these by each other, if I divide this by this, the nice thing here is that the Fn's are going to cancel. So these go away. And then sine theta over cosine theta is just tangent of theta. So I get tangent of theta is equal to mv squared over rw, right? And now you can just solve, right? So that's rw tangent of theta all over m, and then square root that is equal to v, I believe. Which, yeah, we got some numbers. We got some numbers for that, right, don't we? We got 5 degrees at least. Oh, but I don't think they give you the weight. Oh, we do get the weight. The weight's 1,200 kilograms or something, right? Okay. And the radius was 200, so we got 200 times 1,200. Weight is, again, mass times gravity times 9.8 times the tangent of 5 degrees, okay? Oh, but we have divided by the mass again. Okay, whatever. So the 1,200 goes away. Oh, so the mass doesn't matter? That's interesting.
Mass probably
cancels, right? Yeah, because what weight is mg.
Actually,
yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, so it's just rg tan theta? Oh, that's cool. Right, and then you square root that. So that's 13 meters per second, which if I wanted miles per hour, I'm lazy. 29 miles per hour. That's the max you can do. So yeah. 29 mph. Nice. Is that what you got, Noise? Do you have solutions for this? I forget if this was on like your exam or something. Shit speed limit that is, yeah. Dude, 29 miles an hour, dude, what? I feel like I could go that fast on like a bicycle. Yeah, nice. Good job.
That's why a lot of the times on these roads, like they put like very high restrictions.
Yeah.
For like the speed limit and everything, because yeah, it's like actually pretty bad on like how little
it takes in order to like to slip.
Is yeah, but I mean there is friction obviously, and that's why like one of my friends' work is like making like concrete and everything. Like he does like concrete stuff, and then essentially what's it called? He like makes the concrete that they have to use for roads and everything. So it's
like the tarmac. Is that technically tarmac, or is it? I feel like
it's called.
Is it concrete? Yeah. I guess it is concrete, but there's like some weird asphalt. We call it asphalt.
Yeah.
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 Nice. Concrete. Yeah, concrete's a cool. Dude, there's a whole science to concrete. You know, you gotta like mix it in like certain ratios and like certain this and let it dry. I saw a cool article actually out today where they're calling Gen Z the tool belt generation because more kids are going to trade school versus college, which I think is great. Because I think there's a big decline. I think during our age, Ramton, I think college was pushed like very heavily of like go to college, go get a degree, go get a high paying job. And we kind of stigmatized trade schools, but then like you always need people to be like doing trade things. We need welders, we need electricians, you need plumbers.
Yeah.
And we kind of told people like, oh, that's beneath you. But now we have this problem where like there's a surplus of people with these high-end degrees, but not enough jobs. And now there's almost like a drought of plumbers and electricians and stuff. And
Yeah, definitely.
And they pay a lot, dude. Some of my my HVAC friends do they make way more than me. They make like 6 figures, like for repairing AC units. Like that's cool.
Yeah, no, like for sure. Like I know like a lot of the times like the jobs like that they pay a lot.
Yeah. And I think what's happening is because the generation that did that was like 2 generations behind us or something. They're getting old that they're retiring. And so again, there's not
That's
people
true.
there. And so Gen Z is like stepping up and being like, "Oh, cool. We're going to be the tool belt generation now because like
It's also like in our generation is like, okay, you were supposed to go to school because like the generation before us went to school, came out of school with like a degree, and they would just walk in there. They were like, "I'd like a job, please," and they were like,
yes,
"Here you
one
go."
job, please.
Yeah,
I'd like
and
one job.
then yeah. So, but then our generation is like, "Oh, you need like 14 years of experience." You're
Yeah.
like, "What did I go to school for?"
Yeah.
Right. So like the degree ends up like not mattering, and like the experience becomes a huge part of it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like having work experience. So people are like, you know, if I need the work experience and the degree is not going to make that much difference, why not go to something that already pays?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it's I've been like applying to like some positions at like Khan Academy and IXL, and yeah, a lot of times they're like, oh, we want this experience, and I'm just like, well, I have it, but it's not formal. They ask me like, what's my corporate experience? I'm like, I don't have any corporate experience. Like, what? I have a ton of teaching experience, but it's not like corporate stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been toying with it, but this job market sucks. I don't know. You're probably facing it in Canada, but in the U.S., dude, like two of my friends got fired last week, just out of the blue. Just nice marketing jobs that they had, and like companies are just restructuring and they're doing employment freezes, hiring freezes, and so it's a bloodbath out there. And I'm just like, oh no, dude, oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely rough.
It's rough out there. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll catch up, Rampton. I'd love to hear like, what's been going on here. Yeah. What's up, Sensation? Good to see you, dude. Did you get some sleep, or have you still been awake? Wait, one sec. Your mic's off.
I've just woken up now.
Oh, he's just woken up. Just waking up. Back to. How long did you stream for last night, Sensation? Were you up? Was it like 19 hours or something, dude? How long were you streaming?
No, I like woke up and started streaming straight away. So
yeah.
I think it was 15 hours in total.
15 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even think I could run a 15-hour stream. I get brain dead after 3.
I turned up for a reason. Rambo was saying about
Yeah. What's up?
People wanting like 14 years of experience, but the joke is I remember coming back in 2004 from overseas. You know what I'm talking about. And a company was looking for 10 years of experience with C#. Yeah.
Yeah.
C# came out in 2000.
How you have to build a time machine to get more than the amount of years it's been out? Experience in C#.
That really cracked me up.
Fucking A, dude. I swear they'd put those things just as deterrents to limit the number of candidates that are applying. I think you should just apply regardless. Like I've seen things that are like,
for sure.
Right? They're just doing that to scare people off, and then you're like, okay, dog, but whatever. I'm gonna apply.
I mean,
anyways.
they do that, but then I've seen people who like work at the job market, and it's like, okay, this guy didn't even pass 6th grade. I don't know how he got this job. Like
his dad probably got it for him.
Yep.
Yeah, like connections have become like a huge.
It
thing,
has.
I'd say for sure.
Today's word is nepotism.
Dude, it's so annoying though. It's annoying because like I'll see these positions open up sometimes and I'll apply for them and yeah, I'll get to like the 3rd interview, whatever, like I did the practice assignment, it took me 6 hours. They're like, congrats, you made it this far, yeah. And then the final interview is just like, it goes awesome, but then there's this, yeah, sorry, just very competitive, you know, you're awesome, but we had to give it to someone else. And I'm like, did you just give this to someone else who's like in on the track, and in order to like claim not nepotism, you had to technically open the interviews to everyone else? I feel like that's what happens.
That's what they do.
It's a fucking waste of my time though, because like, bro, like the assignments take hours for me to do, and then I got to do interviews with you guys, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm upset.
Yeah, and also like another thing is also where like aside from the nepotism and everything, like people have been essentially doing things that are pretty much illegal. Like they, for especially coding jobs, they had a lot of people who like did the code, but it was something that it was already for the job.
Ah, okay.
So essentially, as coding interviews, they were like, "This is your, technical interview."
Oh, so they're getting free labor?
Yeah, they were getting free labor. And
Oh,
it's
that's
just,
fucked up, dude.
It's messed up. Like I've seen people who like there was a guy who was like, went to a job and they were like saying, oh, like you have to learn this programming or something. Like one of my friends, and he was like, he like changed industries, but in a very like similar area. And then he was like working with stuff. He was like, some of this looks very familiar.
He's like, bro.
And then he was like, oh, turns out I like wrote some of the
oh my god
stuff for the program.
Yeah.
That he was like working on. He was like, yeah, some of these stuff is like the stuff that
he did for his interview. Oh man, that's messed up.
No, like for his other job.
Oh, for his other job. Oh, okay, I got you.
But he was like, nobody knew like that I've written this code, but he was like, yeah, I've worked with this because part of the back end I've like worked on it and I've written the code for that.
Oh man.
So.
Sensation, real quick before I do Equity's question. Equity's asking, what does Sensation do? How is he able to run a 15-hour stream? Is that what you do? You sell old video game consoles?
Yeah, pretty much. They're worth a lot of money.
Okay.
They're all broken. So you fix them up, make them look pretty, and everyone goes, "Oh, I'll buy that." And they're a couple $100 each.
Very nice. Oh, cool. So you're
They
like
are proportionately worth more than modern computers.
Oh, very nice. So you're almost like a refurbisher, like a recertifier guy or something. That's cool.
Yeah, I get shitloads of broken ones, sit there with a circuit probe and work out which ones are working, which ones aren't, and then.
Oh, bro, this is what you should do for a stream, dog, dude. I would love to watch a stream of you doing that. Don't get me wrong. I love watching you, like, watch anime and work on GCSE things. But, bro, you could really be successful, man, if you, like, started streaming, like, here's how I test and fix, like, old video game consoles. That would be a huge hit. I know a bunch of EE people that would love to watch that.
I'm concentrating on my education, though. So.
Oh, I know. But I'm saying, if you're streaming, like, if you're streaming regardless, just for hours, like, maybe... I mean, you say you do it for work, right? You do it to make money. When you're doing it, just turn the camera on. and you don't have to explain what you're doing, but, like, that would be a really cool way to... I would enjoy watching it. I would just like to see what you're doing,
Yeah, especially that you were just saying, like, that a lot of people are going to trade school. Like, I feel like the audience for it is probably...
Oh, yeah.
Going to be a lot bigger than what it would have been. Past.
All right, nice. Equity, here, let's do your question so I can get to everyone, because we got a lot of people. But I'm here. I'm here for another 2-3 hours, so we'll be good. But I want to make sure the kids don't fall asleep. All right, Equity. Yeah, he does resell. That's what he says. Okay, at the end of every month for 5 years, Carter deposits $200 into an account that earns 6% per year, compounded monthly. Determine the amount of annuity after 5 years. How much interest was earned after 5 years? Is annuity like what it's worth? Is that what annuity means? I don't know. What? Annuity. Okay. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Let me see. What is an annuity? These are all like financial terms that I just don't know. I hate all this stuff, like CPA shit. Like, just get out. I don't want to deal with this. For some reason, they stopped teaching it. The topic was canceled this year. I understand why it was canceled. It's not incredibly useful, but okay. I think this is what we want, right? But then
they stopped teaching this topic.
Yeah. He says they stopped teaching annuity. Present value, annuity payment per period, number of periods, years, yield to mature. Dude, what is this? Annuity is a type of bond that offers a stream of periodic interest payments to the holder until the date of maturity. Annuity provides periodic payments for a specific number of years until... Okay. Annuities are a distinct type... Okay. And Annuities are a common source of retirement income. Oh, okay.
Sounds like an ISA to me.
A what? What do you call that?
An ISA, an ISA. It's basically a lump sum that you can't touch. And
Oh,
it
okay.
makes money.
Yeah, we kind of call that an IRA, right? A Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's like a retirement fund.
Almost.
Almost. Okay. I see. Okay. Well, but what is this question asking? It says at the end of every month for 5 years, Carter deposits $200 in an account, which earns 6%.
I think when it says determine the amount of annuities, like how much money would you have at the end?
I think so too, right? I don't think we're
Yeah,
getting
and
like
then
super.
And then it says how much interest was earned after 5 years. Just subtract the total amount that you put on.
Right, exactly.
That's probably-
But the weird thing here is that like every month you're putting more money in, right? So
yeah.
there's got to be. This isn't like a straight like I put a set amount of money and it compounds, right? Like the amount I'm putting in is changing.
So he earned 6%. So
it's 6% per
I've
year
done a
though,
lot of
right?
These questions. Essentially, so you can set it up a little bit, and then like there's a little bit of pattern recognition that goes behind it, and then
Sure.
I pretty much like write down the formula. But then, essentially, the let's start like the first month.
Yeah, the first
I'll put
payment, right?
200. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I put 200 into it,
Mhm.
and then at the end of the month, that would be times 1.0. No, 1.
1.0. Yeah, it's 6 over 12, right? So it's 1 plus
Yeah, so 0,
0.06 over 12, right?
Yeah, yeah, which would be 0.005.
Okay.
Yeah, because 6 divided by 12 is half, and then 0.5%.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 1.005. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's and then you add another 200 at the end of the next month.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 plus 200, and then that whole thing, right? So yeah, just add 200 to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and or do it to I guess to the right or something.
Oh, let's do it to the right. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry,
Okay.
I don't know where I put my pad. Otherwise,
You're okay. You're okay. I
Okay.
can dictate. You're good.
And
Yeah.
then this whole thing timed into a bracket would be times 1.005.
And that's
right?
after the second month.
That's after the second month. Yeah, and then you do the let's say do it a third time as
Oh
well.
my
just
god,
so
dude,
you
this
can
gets
see a
big,
pattern.
dude. Yeah, this gets really
Right?
big. Yeah.
So it would be that plus another 200.
Plus another 200
Yeah, and then
times
times
1.005.
1.005.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got to do this 60 times basically. We do this 60 times because of
I
5
think
years.
You're putting one too many zeros, by the way. It should be 2 zeros.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, not
Yeah.
3. Yeah, good.
And then, now you can kind of start to see a pattern. So the amount of money that you have, so the 200s are all a constant, so we can factor that out, right?
Okay.
And then we can start to multiply that 1.005 as well. So it would be 200
Uh-huh.
plus or times
1.005
to the power
plus
of 3.
Well, let me see. Sorry. So if I look at this, right? I factor out. I see 200.
You can
times-
factor out the 200 from the whole thing, right? Because like each term is gonna have a 200.
200,
each one's
200. Oh, but then this is gonna have a 1.05, and this has a
Yeah.
200. But okay.
But
Okay.
the 200 is Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's
200
factor it out.
times
So 1.005 plus
5 to the
1.
power of 3. No,
Well-
you can just multiply those in also, right? So when you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that, the
Yeah,
whole thing, yeah,
Let me just see it. I just want to see it.
sure.
Okay. So yes, that's gonna make it to the
First time
third.
Multiply it out, yeah. So it becomes 1.005 to the power of 3
Uh-huh.
plus 1.005 to the power of 2 plus 1.005.
Oh, okay, I see this. Okay, because
Yeah.
this is gonna get me to the second to the first, and then
Yeah.
this will get me to the third to the second to the first.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
And so now you have a geometric series.
Yes, it's 1.005 to the n, and then
Yeah.
plus to the n minus 1. Oh, which is very cool because if we work backwards, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, Ramton. Man, I wish I had your like eye for some of these things, dude. It's super cool. I see that. Right.
I figured out the. Yeah, I did this. I did this for the bank interest one time because
Yeah.
someone was like talking about how do you calculate interest because most people who are in finance just have a program, right? And I just
they just have yeah.
And then they were like, "What the hell? How are you doing this?" I was like, "It's just geometric series." Like,
Yeah.
Anyways, so now that you have the geometric series, so the n in here would be 5 years worth of months, so it would be 60.
So this would be n equals 1 to 60 of this, and we say 1.005 to the n, right? That's all this is.
Yeah, and then
which is not because does a geometric series? Oh, so we had this. I think a geometric series starts at 0.
Yeah. No, it starts at 1.
Oh, it does.
So you will subtract a 1, I believe, from this at the end.
Yeah, let's see.
Which probably wouldn't matter to be honest. But yeah, so that's the.
Oh, because it's AR to the n minus 1. I think that's how they define it. Here, let me pull it.
Yeah, so it's A times AR plus AR squared. So we have all of these. So yeah, the total formula would be 200.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our A is the 200.
Yeah, I agree. A is 200.
And then our formula would be the
And then
R is 1.005.
Okay, but do you see how this one goes to the n? This one goes to the n minus 1.
Yeah, that's the AN.
Okay.
So our formula for the end, it would be A, which is 200, times 1 minus, like the final answer. So this would be equal to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Equals to. I guess just write it down so that, as I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So so it's what was it's n minus 1. Okay, so it's 200 minus
Times.
minus
Straight up, just times.
Oh, just times. Okay.
Yeah, times, and then the inside bracket it would be 1.005
Mm-hmm.
to the power of 61 minus 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, like this. You mean like this? Yeah.
No. The minus 1 is in front.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just doing the or part in the second thing, essentially. Yeah, and then divided by 1.005 minus.
Oh, wait, sorry. What are we doing? We're dividing this by what?
Divided by 1.005 minus 1. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we also at the end do a minus 1 of the whole fraction because or minus the 200, sorry.
Yeah, we're just gonna minus because we're gonna minus the because that has to do with this
term, which is the A, which is just the 200 itself. We don't have
exactly
we have AR plus AR squared plus all that. So this formula works if you start at A, which would have been like 200 plus 200 times 1.205.
Got you.
And then so then that would give you your final answer.
Okay. Let's see the answer we get here, and then I think Equity posted there is like a formula. I want to see if we get the same answer with the formula. So this is 200.
The formula is just this.
Let me see what he posted. 1 second. 15 to the 61, right? Minus 1. Cool. That divided by 0.005, right? It's a lot.
No. Yeah, that's true.
We're good. Minus 200.
Yeah.
So that is equal 14,023. Okay, so this is $14,023. Okay, cool. And then the amount we put in, right? We put in probably 1,200, right? 200 times 60, basically. Yeah. 200
times 60. Yeah.
So we put in 12K.
Yeah.
So your interest should be $2,223. Yeah. Okay. And then the formula he used. Oh, you are right. Oh, you're so right, Ramton. Wow, that's so cool. This is the formula they used.
Yeah. This is the formula they use, which is pretty much exactly the same thing. Except that one again is like I wanted to go through the math with this one because that one doesn't subtract the minus 200 from it. because that formula only
Yeah.
works if you start from the 200,
Mhm.
right? So otherwise, or in other words, it's like the first or the last one is not getting an interest.
Mhm.
So if the last one is not getting an interest, then we'll just do this formula. We don't subtract the 200, but we'll do to the power of 6.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You
Yeah,
do
'cause
you
you're
do this
only
to the
getting
start of 16. Get rid of this
59.
one.
Yeah. So this one depends on like how you want to do it. Does the last payment get an interest? If
Mhm.
it's yes, then you use this one. But again, mostly because they don't want to do the geometric series,
Yeah.
they probably are just doing just to the power of 60 and not subtract.
Yeah. I've seen that happen before. Yeah. It's annoying because you're just like, wait, what? Like, which one are you giving interest to? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good question, Equity.
Which was actually one of the things I realized. Like, for example, when you take a loan from the bank,
Mhm.
because I using the finance software,
Yeah.
and just looking at the rates. If you use this, I realized actually banks immediately apply your interest rate.
Oh,
to
so
your
like,
loans.
so they charge you like right up front. They or like
So yeah, so
they
if
don't
you're
wait a
paying,
month
like,
for it to mature. They're just like, nah, we're charging you right now.
No, yeah, they just straight up.
Wow, those
the moment
bastards.
they pick up the loan. And
I'm
again, the
sure.
most-
I mean, because it
most
makes
people-
it in.
Yeah, most people are not gonna know, right? So
No.
And I realized actually, like, depending on like how many years you would do this,
Yeah.
you would make like a couple $100 on it, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't, or maybe in the low, like maybe $1,000 or $2,000, right?
Right.
Let's say if you buy like a house that was like 500 grand, because I think I did this calculation for something like that. And I think it becomes a matter of like $1,000, $2,000 in like 30-year difference, right? But then if you add that up with like how many people are taking,
No,
out
yeah. How many
loans
people are
and
taking the
everything,
loans? Yeah. Then it starts to make some money.
yeah. So just by applying the percentage at first,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just cleaning up like
Damn.
probably like in the tens or hundreds of millions.
That's mean, dude. Yeah, because look at this. So this is the
1,000
difference.
People do that. It's already a mil.
This is the difference, right? So we got 1423 using our method, and they would have gotten 13954 using theirs, right?
Yeah.
So the difference that this makes, right? You know, this is the difference you would get cheated out by the bank, would be, you know, $69, you know, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's on a
Not that much on a 12,000.
$12,000. Yeah.
So it's like
It's a
half a
$12,000.
payment, right? Yeah. So on a $12,000 thing, yeah, whatever. You're 0.5%, but it adds up over millions of customers.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, so for the banks, it's the opposite the way. So it's instead of the addition of the 200,
Right.
you start with the total amount.
Yeah.
It gets multiplied by the percentage. Then you subtract your payment. Then it gets multiplied by the percentage again.
Yeah.
Then you subtract your payment. So that one's like a inverse, I guess.
Yeah, they're getting you. They're getting you all the time, dude. Those banks, dude.
Yeah, that makes a huge.
Huge thing. All right. Nice, Equity. Good question, dude. I'll look at your other question in a bit, Equity. Let me make sure I go through all the students. But yeah, cool question. I appreciated the derivation from Ranton. That was cool. Because yeah, we could have just looked up a formula, but I very much like being able to see where does this come from. And it includes geometric series. A lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me do Evoli. Evoli, do you want to come up to the stage? Yeah, because you haven't asked a question in a while, and like I felt bad I couldn't answer your question on Friday. Let me see if Evoli. How's it going, Evoli?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
I'm good.
Good. Nice. So we got a question
Hear me?
with. I can hear you. You're good. Let's see. We got slope going on, right? Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, let me see. One sec.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Evoli, we can hear you.
Can you
Audio
hear me
issues.
all right?
I can hear you. You're good. If she can hear me. If you can hear
Okay,
me.
cool. It's lagging for me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just lagging a little bit.
It's okay. Yeah, the Twitch is gonna lag, so you always want to watch in the Discord because it'll be easier. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So it says the slope of line BD.
Oh, I am watching Discord. For some reason, my device has just been laggy today.
Oh, okay. That's totally okay. What is the equation of BD simplified? So BD is going from here. So, oh, no, I lost it. One sec. Let me redo it. Okay. This thing. Okay, cool. And they tell you what the slope is. Yeah, so slope, right? Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Which in this case, right, y2 minus y1, that's 2b minus 0 over x2 minus x1. So that's just 2a minus c. So that validates what we got here. Mystic says, I am reading the chat. Yeah, no, my 2's look like this. My z's are this, Mystic. These are my z's, Mystic. Yeah, that's why I do that. Yeah. The other one that people get weirded out with is my 5's look like s's. But I don't know. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, so this is correct. So we like that. This works. Yay. Okay, but to get the equation of the line. So to get the equation of a line, Evoli, you could do, this is one way to do it. This is called point slope form. So you do y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1, where this just needs to be some point that's on the line. Okay. And slope, right, m, we already figured that out. That's this, okay? So I know that this right here is going to be equal to 2b over 2a minus c. We know that that's how that works. So now we got to pick a point. I wonder which point they pick. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, it may matter in the simplification. So I'm going to pick this point. I like this point. Let's pick this point. Because this one's nice, right? Because the x is just, so this is x1, and then this is y1. So y1 is 0. This goes away. Goodbye. And then x1 becomes d. All right? So we have y is equal to 2b over 2a minus c times x minus d. Okay. Which, if I distribute this out, I think that's probably what they want you to do. Yeah, they probably do. Okay. So that's going to be equal to 2b over 2a minus c times x minus 2b over 2a minus c times d. So let's just put the d in there. Do they do that? They don't. Oh, man. Oh, not d. No, c. C, right? You're right. Sorry, it's c, not d. I'm so dumb. Thank you, Ramton. That's what it is. I don't know why I was putting d. The point is d, but the x coordinate is c. Okay. So which one is this, Evoli? Which yeah, this is what we get, right? Which one of that is? Which one is that?
I have a question. Where did you get the extra 2 BC?
Cool. Okay.
Since we started off with just the...
From here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just took this and I multiplied it by this, and then I took this and I multiplied it by this. And so the c here is going to go on the top. That's why it's 2bc over 2a minus c.
Yeah, but why doesn't the other one go away?
Why doesn't the other one go away? What other one do you mean go? So this is going to multiply by this. And this is going to multiply by this. What do you mean by the other one?
Yes. So why does it like duplicate?
Oh, okay.
Why is there two?
Why are there two things? Okay. Because let's think about this, Evoli, as just like some. Yeah. If we think of this as like, if we think of this as a, right, times x minus c, that's the same thing as a times x minus a times c. So this multiplies by this, and it multiplies by this, and they do this. But now, what that thing is, right, let's just say this, right? See how that hits on both? That's going to be this whole thing, okay? So that's going to show up here, and it's also going to show up, like, here, like this part.
Oh, okay. So since you're multiplying it and they aren't using real numbers, it's just substituting it and showing what you do to it.
Yes, and I know that can be confusing,
okay.
Evoli, especially when they start using like a lot of variables and things, but just treat it as if it's like one big thing. Just say it's like one really big thing, you know? Like this.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was tripping up over. I was like, why is it duplicating? Why are there suddenly two of them?
I know. Yeah. Just think of it as like, it's just like one big thing, which, well, let's see. I didn't even say what the right answer is. I think it's this one, right? Is it this?
It's 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, choice number 3.
Or
Yeah.
I guess
Choice.
C.
Yeah, choice C.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make more sense to you, Evoli?
Cool, thank you. That was just tripping me up.
Oh, it's all
Yeah.
good. It trips me up too. I'm glad that makes more sense. Nice job. Good job, Evoli.
Yes, if Oli posted this question to me and I sat there and went, huh?
I think Noise did a write up for it too, didn't he?
He did, but then I still sat there and went, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, he did. I just didn't quite understand it.
It's
So I
okay.
figured I'd come back and ask again.
No, totally. You're more than welcome to come back and ask things. Yeah, I think this was what Noise does do some beautiful write ups. Yeah. But I can see that for you the misunderstanding was in the expansion. It was like it was how like you distribute something, which is totally okay. That's like a core thing that again we want to make sure you get good at because you use it in everything else in math. Well, all good. All good.
I'm Blackanese.
I'm black
Yeah, I
and
get
Eve.
about the distributing. I just got confused over the variables.
All good.
Showing what happened instead of
Yeah,
numbers.
it happens. It happens. Variables are scary. I know. Like when we see things that aren't numbers, I get like
Terrifying
worried.
I'm in math class, not English class. Save me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I was
Good
gonna
job.
head out.
Okay.
But yeah, we can. I'll try to hop on like during the week as well. But like my
Yeah.
schedule mostly is like because during this exact time I go to Muay Thai. I've been
nice,
doing,
okay.
Because I also like teach there a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm either doing it or teaching or
Okay.
both. And then yeah, we can talk during the weekend or something like that. Maybe figure out like the times that works for me and everything. And
Yeah.
talk
Are
about
you
a bunch of
on
other
my
stuff.
time zone, Rampton? I forget. Like what time zone are you
No,
in?
I'm
again?
on the East Coast, so like I'm 3
Okay.
hours ahead. So
Here,
now
I'll put my
it's
notes.
7:30.
Find time to talk to Rampton. He's on East Coast.
You know, also I was gonna say this. I was like, Noise is gonna hate me. But you know,
What?
one thing I've been really liking recently, mostly because I was forced to teach it for so much.
What is it?
But
What is
now
it?
it's like I've done it enough. I've grown appreciation for it. It's stat.
I love stats.
Yeah. So
We love
I was
statistics.
like, maybe at some point in the future we'll do some cool stuff on stats too. Because like
I think it'd be cool. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good. Like a lot of this stuff are, there's a lot of fun stuff in stats, and like also I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, especially like thinking about the real life stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you see something, whether you think it's like a common occurrence or like that, or when you
Or yeah, whether
hear
it's
about, like,
significant or
certain
whether it's a
things.
fluke. That's what I always tell people
Yeah.
for stats. I'm like, you know, let's say you get, 34 kills and your buddy gets 31. Are you statistically better than him? Like, is that difference real?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think that's kind of I feel like I hate the topic of stats, but it's so useful. I've
It is.
started to really like it now. It's
Nice.
like no, it's pretty cool. But yeah.
It's dope. I love stats.
Anyways, I'll hop out now and then I'll
Oh, good.
see
Yeah,
you
if
guys around.
We'll see you around. Yeah, when you can make streams, you're good.
Yeah.
No pressure if you can't. And I'll DM you we'll meet Saturday or Sunday.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Good to see you, Rampage.
Let's see. Bye.
Mystic says, Gold, how would you feel if I gave an invite link for the server to everyone in my school because I know a teacher that could email it to everyone? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, invite whoever. You can invite everyone. Just like, maybe don't invite your teacher because I don't want you to get in trouble for like what happens in the Discord. This is why like I don't try to associate myself officially with schools and stuff because there are kind of like liabilities. If say for whatever reason, the teacher were to like promote what I'm doing, and then I don't know, someone starts spamming porn links in my Discord, which we do the very best to get rid of it, but it happens sometimes. You know, it's just the nature of the internet. There's just shitty people. Some parent can then like sue the teacher. This is why I fucking hate lawyers. Because like some parent would sue the teacher for being like, "Oh, you exposed my kid to porn," and it's like, no, it's just the fucking internet, and like that's what happens. And like the net positive is that there's always a net positive for the kids. Like they're gonna learn, and like it's just that's how the world works. It's like there's a little bit of like risk, but with anything involving like kids, minors in schools, they get super protective about like who they let work with them. And I'm pretty sure if I tried to like convince a school board, I would probably not get approved just because of the way I do things, you know? But yeah, you can tell your teacher what we do and just, I don't know how it works in New Zealand. I know in America, I could not get a teacher to like officially like sponsor me or say that they should go to my stream because they would get in trouble if something were to happen. But maybe it's different in New Zealand. Maybe you don't have lawyers that just, you know, don't try to like suck the blood out of everything. Dude. I don't know. I say this and my sister's a lawyer, but I fucking hate lawyers. Anyways, let's see what we got for more questions. Taco Cat, you said yours is next. You want to do yours next? What did I say I was going to do with you, Taco? You said you were asking something, Taco, and then I said I was going to do it next. The parent exposed the child to the internet. I agree. I mean, like the internet's the internet. You know, it's there's a lot of good, but yeah, if you go certain places, like there's a lot of bad, and it's impossible to shield. Like it's just the internet like opened the world to everyone is what it did. Which there's good and bad in the world. It's okay. Taco Cat, what did I work with you last time? Oh, we did this question last time. I forget if I said I was gonna like do something different with you though. Okay. Okay, first of all, Taco Cat, I can't do this question, bro, because I can't read it. This is the blurriest piece of shit I've ever seen. Can you please submit something with a little bit higher resolution for me? Appreciate it. Meanwhile, let's see if Obama's here. Obama's got a question. And anyone else, if you're in, so welcome, Twitch viewers, followers. Yeah, if you ever want to ask a question, you can join our Discord. The link is that way. There it is. It's over there. So discord.gg/actually.edu, and that's a good place to you know, submit any questions you want to go through live on the stream. Yeah, I know. It's like which way were you pointing? I think it's this. It's that way. That way. Mirror stuff messes me up. What's up, Obama?
Yo.
What's up, my guy? What are we doing? We're doing ladders?
I'm gonna be real. This is the only part I don't understand.
It's okay. Let's make you
Like,
understand, dude.
I know everything else, like the law of cosine, law of sines, and I already did the review packet, but this is the only part I just refuse to understand. I just don't know how.
Okay. Was this like the bearing and head? Was this the bearing and head?
Huh?
This is the bearing and heading shit, or what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bro, I just don't know how to visualize it.
Okay, cool. We'll do it. One sec. Mystic says, if I did invite the whole school and they were all active, I think I would run out of bond coins. No. There's an unlimited amount of bond coins. Well, I mean, to an extent. Yeah, you can invite whoever. It's cool. I do put a cap on invites. Like Demented did this once. He invited like 400 people into my server. And I'm like, I can't just give you 400 bond coins because yeah, also like half of them fucking left after like a month. But I cut a deal for him where I gave him 100 and I said, here you go. That's cool. Like, thanks for inviting people. Create inflation. Bondflation's real, dude. Okay. Leaning a ladder, a 20-foot ladder. Okay. Against a building. If the base of the ladder is 6 feet, is this the one you want help with? Number one here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the base of the ladder is 6 feet from the base. What angle of elevation? Okay. So you drew a good drawing here, dog. This is cool. Yeah, we got this right. The ladder is 20 feet. So that's a certain part of the triangle here, right? This is going to be 20, right? Did you know that, or you didn't know that?
No, I thought it was just up. Like fully up.
So no, the ladder is 20 feet. Okay, so the length of the ladder, so that length does not change, right? Ladders don't really change lengths unless they're those like foldable ladder things. But, so, you know, depending like where you place this ladder, right, it's always going to be 20 feet long. Okay?
Okay.
And if something is always that amount of long, that's usually the hypotenuse is what it is. Okay? And then they tell me that the base of the ladder is 6 feet from the base of the building. So that's going to be this. That's like the base length is what we say. And then this is going to be 6. Okay?
That's
now they're
adjacent,
asking,
right?
That is the adjacent. Good. It is. It's the adjacent to a certain angle, though. It's the adjacent to this angle. It is not the adjacent to this angle. Right?
All right.
Okay. Because, yeah, when they ask for angle of elevation, right, angle of elevation is this. It's the amount of angle from the ground going up. Do we remember what angle of depression is?
It's down, right?
Good. It's the
down?
angle from the top going down. That's angle of depression. Sad, you know. The bond stocks would skyrocket, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, here's my triangle, right? So we want to figure out this. How do I figure that out?
Law of sines, I think.
You could do the law of sines, but also, do you know that this makes like a right angle? Yeah, this is you can just use SOHCAHTOA, dude.
Simple?
Because, well, first of all, you can't really use the law of sines because you only have 2 sides and 1 angle, technically. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you do know that this is 90, but at that point, if you got a 90-degree triangle, you don't need to use law of sines or cosines. Like, you can just use trig.
All right.
Okay? So if we use...
Adjacent over hypotenuse?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good. The adjacent hypotenuse, right? So I'm going to say cosine of my angle is equal to what?
6 over 20.
Yes. Perfect. Cool.
Then you multiply 20.
Good. Well, no. What are we solving for?
Wait, what?
What are we solving for? What's missing here?
The angle?
The angle. If I multiply 20 over, that's like putting more shit on the thing I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You want to strip things away from it, right?
Yeah.
What am I trying to like strip off of this theta?
Wait, what?
You're trying to get rid of the cosine. The cosine, yeah. How do you get rid of the cosine?
Divide a cosine?
Well, so divide by cosine. That doesn't really do that. Doesn't do
I don't
anything.
know.
Okay. The way to get rid of cosine is to multiply it by inverse cosine on both sides. Did you know that?
Nope.
Okay. This is what you're doing. You're multiplying inverse cosine on both sides. Because here's the rule. Inverse cosine of cosine kills each other off.
Oh, that no. Yeah, I just remember that part. My teacher just makes me do the final part, like cosine.
Yeah, but I want you to see why that is. I want you to see why it is. You know, the reason why it is because these things cancel each other out. So now you just get this is cosine inverse of 6 over 20. I want you to see, like, from an algebra point of view, it's getting rid of something that's attached to the cosine. If you say divide by cosine, it's like, cool, divide by cosine of what? That doesn't do anything, right?
Sure.
Right, cosine by itself is not anything. Cosine is a function. So yeah, cosine of 6 over 20, right? And that gets you 72.54 degrees, okay? All right, what about part B here? How high does the ladder reach the top of the building?
Is that the opposite?
It is. Yeah, that's this part, right? We want to know that. So I want to know the purple part. How do I figure out that purple part?
Wouldn't it just be 6 over 20 again?
Well, that doesn't include what I have. Let's just call this x, right? Couple ways you can do this. All right. You could use a trig function. What trig function would you try to use?
Like the SOHCAHTOA thing?
Yeah, you could use SOHCAHTOA. Yeah, sure. Which one do you want to use?
Opposite over hypotenuse?
Okay. So you would say, right, sine of the angle, but you know what the angle is now, right? Now you know this is the sine of 72.54, right? Is equal to, you're right, opposite x over 20. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you would multiply both sides by 20, right? Because you don't have you're not trying to like get rid of this. You like this is the eye on the prize, right?
Yeah.
So if you did 20 sine of this angle, you'd get the answer, which is 19.07.
All right.
Okay. The other way you could have done this. Do you see how this is a right triangle?
Yeah.
You can use the Pythagorean theorem when you have right triangles.
That's
Okay.
the a squared thing.
Yes, a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. So how do we use that here?
Can't you mark it first? Like what side is A and what side is B?
Yeah. You want to mark it? What number is a?
X.
Okay.
And then B is 6.
Yeah.
And the other one's C.
Okay, cool. So let's write that out, right? So I have x squared plus 6 squared equal to 20 squared. X squared plus 36 equal to 400. X squared is equal to 364. Square root both sides, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So let's look. Square root of 364. Same fucking shit.
Wait, so what's easier then?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I mean, they both seem easy, but
Yeah, it's personal preference, you know. I feel like this is easier because I'm not dealing with any sines and cosines or anything. But both need a calculator, I guess, yeah.
Alright. Thank you.
You want to help with the other one? You want to do the ones? I got time, dude.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Okay.
Not with the last one. Not with 3 though. I hate that type of question.
Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, dude. Okay.
All
right. A 96-foot tree casts a shadow that's 120 feet long. What is the angle of elevation of the sun? All right, this is a cool question here. All right, so let's draw the tree, right? So this is the tree, which is 96 feet. All right. And then the sun, right? That's somewhere up here. And it casts a shadow, okay? So it's going to do this. And we know that the shadow, right, is 120 feet long. Well, sorry, I should have drawn like an actual dotted line. 1 second. Let me do that. 120 feet long. And they want the angle of elevation of the sun. Which one is the angle of elevation?
What do you mean?
Like, do you see how we have a triangle here?
Yeah.
We got a couple angles, right? We got an angle here. We got an angle here. We know this is 90, right? Right? The tree is going straight up.
Right.
The one to the right. This is the angle of elevation, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is one we're looking for, right? And you know this. How'd you do it?
Can you use opposite over adjacent?
Mm-hmm. So tangent of theta is equal to 96 over 120. What do we do next?
Tan negative inverse.
Good. Yeah, inverse tan both sides. Nice, dude. Tan negative 1. Do the tan negative 1 of this. So inverse tangent 96 divided by 120. That's going to get you 38.7 degrees. Okay?
Okay.
Easy. Next one.
Yeah.
A satellite is orbiting the Earth, passes directly overhead an observation station of Los Angeles and Phoenix. At an instant when the satellite is between these two stations, the angle of elevation is 60 degrees and 75 degrees. How far is it from Los Angeles? Okay, so this picture is kind of dark, so I'm going to try to like draw it a little bit better. Okay, so let's say this is whatever. It's not going to be to scale. Who cares? Okay, so this is 75 degrees, right?
Yeah.
This is 60 degrees. And the distance between Phoenix and Arizona is only 300. Is that right? Is that really? I don't think that's true. All right, because it takes a while to get to fucking Phoenix. Is that right? I'm sorry. I want to check that.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
What's up, Ethan?
Alright, sorry, I Discord was messing me up with the audio, but I can
okay.
officially hear you.
Oh, it is. Okay. So it is. Oh, shortest distance is 356. Okay. I guess it's right.
It's just practical.
What's up, dude?
like I told you in DMs, I need help preparing for a math test.
Okay. Yeah, we'll help you out. Let me finish Obama's question, then I'll help you out, dude. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, this is what we have here so far, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out the distance that the satellite is from Los Angeles. So, like, what is that on our triangle here? Where is that?
Like the distance, 75 to 60? Isn't that the distance?
No. So this is LA. This is the satellite. This is Phoenix. So LA to Phoenix, right? This thing is 340.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Thanks for the follow, Spectral. What are we up to? 888. Wow. Angel numbers. I hope we hit 1,000. Be cool to hit 1,000. Okay. This is LA to Phoenix. I want the distance from LA to the satellite. Where's that? Where is that, Ethan? Not Ethan, sorry. Obama, where's that?
LA to the satellite?
Yeah, that's this. See, this is the distance from LA to the satellite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How are we going to do this? It's kind of hard, right? So first of all, we don't have a right triangle, right? So we can't use like basic trig things. Okay.
Can you do like the 180 minus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So so I mean, when I see big picture here, I have two angles and two sides. If I think of like the things I have and the things I don't have, right? So when it's two angles and two sides, what do I usually use?
Two angle log cosine?
No. Let's remember. Two angles and two sides versus the other one is three sides and one angle.
Hold up.
Jeff loves his spherical geometry, dude. You want the spherical distance, dude?
Sorry, what do you say?
Okay, so three sides and one angle is the law of cosines. Two angles and two sides is the law of sines. Three sides, one angle, that's cosine. Two sides, two angles, that's sine. You're right, it is non-trivial, Jeff, technically, but yeah. Okay, so we want to use the law of sines. So let's try to use the law of sines to solve for this, right? Let's try to do it. How would I set it up?
8th grade. Bro, I don't even get it.
Maybe you don't get it.
How do you even get law of sines up there?
You don't know the law of sines?
No, law of cosines, I mean. We're doing cosines or sine?
We're doing sines, dude, because look.
Oh.
Two sides, two angles.
A. So then A over... Wait, can we just mark it? Can we mark them?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
LA is A.
LA is A.
Satellite is B.
Okay.
Another C.
Cool.
So A over sine 75.
So A is gonna be this side, right?
Yeah. So wouldn't it be A over sine 75?
Okay, sure.
And then equal to the 180 minus the other thingy.
180 minus the other thingy? What's that?
75 plus 60.
135.
135. 40.
It's 45.
45,
45. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
so
45.
you figured out that this is 45 degrees. Okay. So
So
what?
B over sine 45
Okay, B over sine 45. Sure.
is equal to C over sine 60.
Good. I agree.
No, wouldn't B have 34? Wouldn't B 34?
Good.
B 340.
B would be 340. Good. What would C be?
Do we even know that? It's just X?
It's X. Yeah, that's what we're solving for, right? Okay.
So can you multiply sine 60 on each side?
Yeah, so first of all, you have three expressions here, right? But we want to pick just two to deal with, right? Two at a time.
Yeah, I mean, multiply sine 60 from 340
Yeah,
over sine 40.
you want to pick these two, right? Because this one has another thing we don't know. We don't want two things we don't know. We only want one thing we don't know. So good. So you have 340 over the sine of 45 degrees is equal to x over sine 60. Multiply both sides by sine 60 degrees. I agree. Okay. And I get x is equal to the sine of 60 degrees over the sine of 45 degrees times 340, right?
Yes.
Now this is something you can just solve using your calculator. So I get sine of 60 divided by sine of 45 times 340. And that's equal to 416.41 miles. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which that's the answer. That's it. Right?
Yeah, can you send me
Yeah,
a
of
picture
course.
so I can write in my notes?
Oh, I'm sending you all
gonna
this.
send-
Yeah, nice. Good job, dude.
All right, thanks. I got a quiz on this tomorrow.
Okay.
Or test, I mean.
Well, then, yeah, go through these. You know, try to do them yourself. Just make sure you get them. But yeah, you did the right thing coming here to ask questions about it, because you're probably gonna get a test on it. You're probably gonna get tested on it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's your second one, and then this was the first one we did. Which, yeah, we did it in 2 different ways. Okay.
The only thing I hate doing is law of cosines, bro. That stuff gets so messy.
Is your test on the law of cosines as well?
Yeah. Law of sines, law of cosines, and then the SOHCAHTOA thing.
Well, I think you got SOHCAHTOA. I think you got law of sines. How about, you know, if you want, go find me
Law
a...
of cosines
What's up?
isn't hard if I don't have to actually visualize it. The rest is easy. If it's
Go-
like put in there.
Go find me a question with the law of cosines then.
I don't have any. I did them all. That's the only thing I need help on.
Oh,
I
okay.
did the rest of the review packet.
Okay, so you know how to do the other ones? You know how to do the other
Yeah,
ones
it's
to
just
set them up?
when I have to what's it called?
Visualize it?
Yeah, visualize it. I struggle a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's only so many different situations they're going to ask you about. And yeah, bro, it's usually just like a fucking ladder against a building, the sun casting a shadow, or in this case, I don't know, the satellite. I haven't actually seen this one before. This one is not usually asked, but the first 2 definitely are.
Yeah.
So you just get good at that. You just get good at recognizing the patterns because they only ask you so many things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Good luck to you.
That's dope.
What are we eating, Sensation? You got some lunch? Breakfast? A little brekkie? What we got? Ooh, a sandwich. Oh, with eggs! Ooh, I fucking love eggs. Yeah, soft boiled? We're like over easy, I guess, no? Oh. Yeah, what's that called? What the fuck is that called, dude? Sunny side up? No.
All right. Got to go.
What's up, Ethan?
Did you tell Sensation Black about the nose with the graphing?
Yeah, Sensation Black. Yeah, he helped you out with your graphing question. Let's go. Yeah, he says good. Yeah, he says thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. What's up? Do you need do you need help with a question?
Well, yeah,
Ethan?
it's something. It's like it's kind of like 3 different questions I want to clarify.
Okay, ask him.
All right, could you write them down on the board because
Yeah, I'll do it.
I don't feel like I'm not really in the mood to write because I'm tired.
Okay, that's okay. I'm in the mood to write. I'm here for writing. It's always fun. One sec, I gotta re log into this page because we went over the 2-hour mark. Okay, what do you want me to write? Ethan?
Oh, all right, yeah, I'm here. So write down something like 2x minus 1 in brackets, by the way. Open bracket 2x minus 1. And then you open another bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 3x plus 5, something like that.
Okay.
And then you do this, and then you write 2x minus 1 again in another bracket. That's something I'm confused about.
Like this?
Because the answer is kind of, yeah. It's just weird. It's
They
like,
want you to expand
it's
it?
already factor. No, they want you to factorize it by grouping. Or it's already factorized anyways.
Yeah, it's already factored. This is done.
Yeah, but it's like, it's like when they give me this, I'm like, wait, what is the answer?
I believe this is the
If
answer.
you can.
This is already fact. Yeah, well,
Oh,
okay,
but-
yeah. Jeff's right, yeah, okay. You can technically group this. Do you see how this and this are the same thing?
Yeah, it's like when you get to the answer, it's just I'm not understanding what on earth they're doing.
Okay, well, first of all, they're just moving this around so that you just have this. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you see you have something times itself?
Yeah, isn't it
That's-
4x minus 2?
No, it's 2x minus 1 squared. So let's remember Ethan, right? A times A is equal to A squared, right?
Yes.
So imagine this as A times B. You can group these two things together and call them A squared. Okay?
Okay, but actually, hold on. I need to say something.
Yeah.
I think the teacher would say something like 2x minus 2, which was the answer, apparently.
No, that's not right.
I really didn't get that.
Okay, well, your teacher's wrong.
That's as if I'm the one who got it wrong. I'll try to look for my notebook.
Yeah, it's
soon.
it's 2x minus 1 squared. That's what this is. This is technically the simplest grouping form.
Okay, actually, let's move on to fractions then, since that's kind of weird.
Okay, what's up?
If I can remember correctly, do like 5/6 times p minus, or you could just leave, or you could just put the p there. It doesn't matter since you don't need the times p.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Minus 1/2q. Now I was doing that for practice, and I'm like, wait, how do you even do this?
Okay. So
That's something that
whenever
I
you
didn't
want to
get.
whenever you want to combine fractions, Ethan, what do they have to have the same?
Same denominator, but
Good.
wait, it's like factorizing. Remember, all of this is about factorizing.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So you want these to have the same denominator. So what do I need to do to have these things have the same denominator? Because really what this is the same thing as 5p divided by 6. And this is the same thing as 1q, which is just q over 2.
Okay.
How do I make these things have the same denominator? What do I got to do?
I really don't know. That's the problem.
This denominator is 6. This denominator is 2. How do I make the 2
Yeah.
look like a 6?
You multiply that by 3.
Good. Multiply the top and the bottom by 3, right?
What?
Whenever you multiply the denominator, you have to multiply the top as well.
I thought it was like you multiply from one side and the next side.
That's when we're doing algebra. That's like when we're doing like 5 equals x or something. Yeah, that's when you do this. But there's no equal sign, Ethan. This is just like combining fractions. The reason why this works, Ethan, what is 3 divided by 3?
1.
1. So what you're doing is you're multiplying this technically by 1, which is not changing the value of it, right? You multiply anything by 1, it's the same thing. We're just changing what it looks like.
So it'll be 3q over 6.
Yeah. So it's 5p over 6 minus 3q over 6. Do you see how now you can combine the fractions?
Yeah, but then there's like, how can you factorize it then or combine?
No, we'll get to it. So this is 5p minus 3q all over 6, right?
Yes.
You can pull the 6th out as a division thing, and you can say this is the same thing as 1/6 times 5p minus 3q.
Okay then.
If you want to understand why that works, like try putting them back, right? Let's just leave them when they were like this, right? This I could have written as 1/6 times 5p, right? Minus 1/6 times 3q, right?
Huh?
And now this is the common factor, and so that's why it's 1/6 5p minus 3q.
Alright.
Nice.
Actually, the last concern is actually kind of the same thing where it's like just one fraction, not two fractions then.
Okay. What do you want?
And it's like, hold on, I'll just find my notebook really quick.
Okay. Yeah, go find it. Go find it. Taco Cat asking physics questions. I see you, Taco. And circuits? Oh, that's something Noise could do. Maybe I'll have Noise teach the circuits. Or sorry, Sensation.
Alright, I got one.
Okay, what's up? What's
It's
up?
going to be like 3x squared minus 15x
Mm-hmm.
all over 15.
Okay.
Now that's just I don't understand. If you can just help explain that to me, then that will really help me out.
Okay. So I could let me think how I want to do this. Okay, let's pull the 15 out as a multiplying by 1 over 15, okay? So I'm going to say this is the same thing as I'm going to say this, Ethan, is the same thing as 1 over 15 times 3x squared minus 15x. Do you remember how we did that here, right? Like if they're both being
Go back to the recent one. So yes, you're pulling it out.
Okay, good. Okay, now I want to pull something out of here. What goes into both of these things?
3.
3.
An x,
Okay.
an x by the way, yes.
So we have 3x times, right? What's left?
X minus 5, right?
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, x minus 5, right? But then there's still this 1 over 15 here, right? So now I can combine these things. So this is going to be 3x 3x over 15 times x minus 5. Can you simplify this?
Yeah, you can. Again, 3. X over
Okay,
5.
3. Good. So this is x over 5 times x minus 5.
Actually, the teacher did it a different way as well.
There are different ways to do it, but that's one way to do it.
See, let me tell you what the teacher did.
Okay.
What the teacher did was that she apparently took the 8, like go back up to the to what I told you, the original question. Yeah, so apparently what the teacher did was to find the HCF of the numerator, which was just 3. And then you have in brackets x minus like 3, you have 3x, and then you have in brackets x minus 5 all over 15. And what the teacher did was apparently cancel the 3 and 15 out for
Yeah, you can
I
do
don't know
that.
what
You can do that
reason.
as well. You can do that as well, and then that just becomes
Like, can you teach me why that's possible?
it's the same. So like they're just looking at this and they're factoring it, right? They're pulling the 3x out of both things, right? But then you still have a divided 15.
So wait, the ones in the brackets get ignored?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, hold on. See, have you ever done factorization by grouping as well?
Yeah, I have.
Well, look, I have to test them out, and I'm really starting to get a little worried about that.
Okay. Do you have another example question you want to do or what?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
Maybe do one with multiplying fractions or dividing. Then I can't figure out one for that. Can you do that for me?
I mean, this was like dividing things.
Oh wait, it's the same thing if they group it together.
Yeah.
Okay, and actually, what if they have two numbers at the bottom at the denominator?
Well, like, oh, well, then that doesn't work, right? If this was like 15 minus x, this doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Wait, so then what? So then you say cannot be factorized?
Okay, unless we had this. Watch what we have. Let's say we have 3x squared minus 15x, and we have over x minus 5. Okay?
All right.
Let's factor the top. Remember, we pulled a 3x, so I got 3x, x minus 5, right? All over x minus 5. You could put parentheses around this. Do you see how you have the same thing on the top as on the bottom?
What?
These things cancel out.
Okay, yeah. Wait. Show me how you do that because I really do want to know.
Yeah, you just factor this, Ethan, right? And then you notice that, like, oh, I have x minus 5 being multiplied here, but then it's being divided by x minus 5, so these things go away.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So then your answer is just 3x.
Actually, yes. Okay, so one of the questions that I asked earlier, here's like one thing that they did. But can I tell you?
Yeah.
So they have here 3x plus y, and in brackets, by the way. Then there is 2x minus 1. And then they have 3, and then they have minus 3x plus y. But in between the brackets. No, outside the brackets, sorry. The minus is outside the brackets.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yes,
Oh, no, I see. It's being subtracted.
Yeah, apparently I really do not get that.
Okay. Think of it
See?
this way, Ethan.
Like
Think of this whole thing as just like a times b minus a. You see how this is the same as this?
Yeah, I see that.
How would you do ab minus a? What would you factor out of that?
A, right?
All right, a. What would you be left with?
B?
Yeah, and what else?
What are you talking about? That's the only thing there.
No.
Because you've already factored out everything.
It's b minus 1.
See, that's confusing.
Well, look, you factor out an a from here. There's a b. You factor out an a from here. There's a 1 left.
All right, but see, can you go into the answer because what the teacher has is
Well, look. Yeah, look here.
kind of
This thing
weird.
is a, right? This thing is a. This thing is b. We know that this factors, right, to a times b minus 1. So that's just this thing, right? 3x plus y times b in the brackets, which is 2x minus 1, right? Minus 1.
See, that's the thing I was talking about. I really don't understand where did they get that from.
The 1 comes from here, dog. So then it's
They didn't even-
3x plus y times 2x minus 2. Right? Because minus 1 minus 1 is
yeah.
minus 2.
Okay, that's just really confusing for me.
Okay.
I'll never understand this.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, look. Dear bro, come on.
Look, okay, so what are you getting from this? Tell me what you're getting from this so I can see if I can understand better.
I'm just doing it this way.
So, what kind of tips do you have for me then if I get on a question like this?
Just kind of think of this whole thing as like a different letter. Just think of the whole thing as like A, and think of this whole thing as like B. And then think of this whole thing as A again. And then just factor it how you would if it was just simple, and then plug things back in. Like anytime you see the same thing showing up in different places, just replace that whole thing with a letter. Just call it A, right? And replace the whole thing with A. And then whatever else that other thing is, call it B, right? And then you know, right? A, B, minus A is equal to, sorry, let me move this over. A times B minus 1. Right?
So just treat the entire thing as treat the
As-
entire expression as a complete whole letter variable?
Yeah, I think it's easier for you to look at it like that. You know, seeing all these. I mean, this was what was tripping up Evoli earlier. If you see like a bunch of letters and shit, I understand. Like that's gonna confuse you. You know, like this. She was really confused. She was like, "Wait a minute. Like, how is this whole?" She's like, "How is all this doing this?" I'm like, "Just ignore it. Make this whole thing just like a box. Just say it's a box, and then you can see like, oh, it's box times that times box times that, and so that's why the box hits both things.
All right, could you give me a practice question,
Mhm.
so that I can make sure that I'm ready?
Yeah, sure.
Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is the mind killer. Wait, is that from where's that from? Oh, it's from Dune, right?
I have no idea.
I think it's from Dune. All right, Ethan, try to do this one.
All right. Yeah, that's going to get me, but here's what I'm thinking. Hold on. Yeah, my brain's fried. I can't figure it out. Like all I'm thinking about right now is the 2x minus 1. Like I could just put that out because it's the only thing that's not common, right?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you want to
But
call
it's
this
not
something?
negative, right?
It's minus 2x. It's 2x plus
Right.
1.
So wait, this thing is negative then?
No, it's minus 2x plus 1. So it's technically, yes, it's technically plus negative this, but just leave it as a minus, Ethan.
Alright. It's just so you will actually I think this 4x plus 3 will be better.
Okay.
But I'm thinking is like in brackets 4x plus 4. Wait.
No.
Is that correct? 4x
No,
plus
not 4x plus 4.
6?
Stop, Ethan. Let's identify. Do you see the same thing happening in two different places?
Yes, and they're both positive.
Okay, so let's just call it something, right? Let's call this whole thing A.
Actually, do it x. Do it the x way.
No,
and
don't
y way.
don't call it X because we already have an X. That's gonna screw you up.
Oh.
Call
Okay,
it A. All right. And then this thing,
Alright.
right? This is B. Right? So you effectively have A minus BA. How would I factor that?
Have so it will be like so you will have a right as factored since that's the common one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will have open brackets 1 minus right 1 minus b times
Done.
1.
Times 1, sure. But B times 1 is just B.
Actually, yeah, I get that.
Okay.
So what
Now
does that do
now plug things back in. Right? We called this whole thing A. So instead of writing A, I'm going to write 4x plus 3.
All right.
And then this is going to be 1 minus, right? But instead of B, what am I going to write?
2x plus 1.
2x plus 1. Make sure you keep it in the brackets, okay?
Wait, why not? Why not?
Because how do you simplify this now, Ethan?
2x?
It's just 2x, right? Because you see, well, it's negative 2x. So yeah, this is minus 2x minus 1.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So then the final answer is
Just negative 2x, right?
all right.
So you have 1 minus 2x minus 1, so it's just negative 2x. Cool?
All right, that's no, still not cool. See, that's it. I don't think I'll understand this one.
What don't you understand about this, dude?
It's just the fact that it's like,
We just did it.
where is the increment? Where is the increment or decrementation at? Like, you're just going up by 1 at this point. Okay?
Yeah, well, it's
Going up
happening
or down
here.
by-
Well, it's kind of an increment or decrement, but that's not always going to happen that way. You know, it's better that you learn like how it's actually working versus just memorizing some formula of like increment, decrement. Who cares? Like, you want to memorize like how this actually works.
Yeah, I want to know that. So it's like could you do another one? I
Well,
really
I'm
don't
right.
need to waste your time.
Yeah, I can't do another one because I got another student to work through. But you know, look at this. You know, try to understand it.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'll try.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
I don't know if I.
You'll get it. You'll get it. If you need more help, ask Sensation Black. Yeah, Sensation.
I've done.
Okay, good. Good job.
Ooh, drink.
Ooh, are we drinking some Jaffa today? I got some Jaffa. What do you got?
Instant coffee. Pure
Instant?
shit.
What's up, Ethan?
Well, I gotta go now.
Okay. Yeah, good luck. Good luck on your test, dude. Ethan, you're gonna do great, man. I know you will. Yeah, I got some.
Bisto.
Bisto is that your instant coffee? It's Bisto.
No, Bisto. No, Bisto is a gravy.
Oh yes. Oh, Bisto. Oh yeah. I remember being super poor. Dude, no. What was it? That instant gravy stuff. Is it?
So the joke is whenever you take a sip of
Bisto.
hot coffee, you go, Bisto.
Dude, I would drink gravy if I could, man. Dude, I fucking love gravy.
Oh hell no, that stuff's horrible.
You like gravy, dude? Gravy's
Even if
great.
you mix it with the fat of the animal, it's still horrible.
Yeah, I remember this was like questionable that it looked like this. I was like, how is this turning into like gravy?
The joke is that that's how most people buy gravy.
It's so bad. Look, 33% extra free. You get some more extra stuff. So wait, I mean, how is gravy made without like all this other garbage? Is it where you just do a reduction, right? You just boil down the bones? Is that how you make gravy?
I have no idea. My gran used to make it with the fat of the pork.
Yeah.
When it all came off, and I can't remember what she made it with though. That might still have been instant gravy granules for all I know.
How to make gravy?
Long time
dude.
ago.
I want to know how to make gravy. I think you make it with like flour, maybe.
I know how you make granules of anything.
Well, yeah, I know how to do it with the granules, but like, okay, here we go. Here.
No, I mean I know how to make granules from whatever.
Here's gravy from scratch. Okay, so again, you need some sort of stock, right? So the stock you could technically make by boiling down the animal bones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flour, butter, and water. Okay, so it's the flour. The flour gives it the emulsivity. It's the yeah, okay. Or you just do the granules.
Well, I was saying, do you know how to make coffee granules?
Do I know how to make coffee? Do I know how to make coffee with granules, or how to make the granules?
No. Do you know how to make coffee granules?
Oh, I don't. No. How do you make coffee granules?
Right, so you just make coffee in the normal way with the beans, like you would with a coffee pot.
Sure.
And then you spray it against a very hot surface, and it creates crystal granules.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope.
And then what? You can remake them again later when you want more coffee.
Yeah, it's basically dehydrated.
It's dehydrated coffee.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's
funny.
probably the same with gravy granules.
I met a French girl on Wednesday. She was pretty cute. One second, let me find her name. Dude, I couldn't get her name right the whole time. Like the first day, I was like, oh, is your name like Madeline? And she's like, no, Maline. And I was like, I don't know that thing that the French do. I just don't get it, right?
Madeline.
Yeah. I'm like, are you Magdalene or Madeline? And then like I met her again like on Friday night at another event, and then I got her number. I was like, can you just put your name in? And she's like, no, it's Marlene. So it's like Marlin, but she pronounced it like Marlene. I don't know.
Oh, Marlene.
Yeah, there you go. See that I don't get the R thing. The RL thing is just like I don't know. Anyways, but
it's easier for me because that's a natural sound in my native language.
Ah, interesting. Oh, I see. So we were talking about coffee because the French love coffee, right? She's the girl next to me. She's right next to me. But I was like, okay, you're French. How do you make coffee? Like the French are usually snob. We were joking about how like a French breakfast, right? It's just a cigarette and coffee.
I thought that was a Dutch breakfast, but
well, I think it's all of Europe because in Italy it's like a cigarette and an espresso. You know, it's what they do for breakfast. But we were
a pancake.
Smoking a pancake, but. I was asking her, okay, so how do you make coffee? You must be like, and she was like embarrassed because she's like, oh, I just use like instant stuff. Like, no, dude, what are you doing? What? I told her, I'm like, here's how I make coffee. I make coffee using a mocha pot, and it's like I have it down to a science. Like I make I make the best coffee. My coffee is great. It's honestly like some of the best coffee. I've gotten it down. I've gotten the process down so good that I know how to make. I think it's the best coffee.
Do you sit there with the things with the prongs shit?
No, dude, fuck that, dude. No. I'll show you. No, dude.
That always cracks me up to watch.
Those
it.
things are whack, dude. No, I use one of these. I use it's like a percolator, is what it is, right? But there's
Turkish style.
It's Italian, right? This is a Bialetti, right? It's an Italian one. I have a gold one, of course. But it's actually it's a cool thing. It's a physics concept, right?
I always watch the Turks use these with hot sand.
Yeah, you can do. Oh yeah, you can definitely do with hot sand. But yeah, all you're doing is you're you have water down here that's boiling and creating steam, and then the steam gets pushed, or the steam causes the water to get pushed up through the cafe beans, and then that creates there's a filter here, right? And that creates coffee. So it's not technically espresso because I don't think it gets to high enough pressures to be called espresso. But it's in between. It's stronger than drip, but not as strong as espresso, like formal espresso.
Yeah, there's one thing that would annoy you about the British. They always say espresso.
Espresso, no.
Like no.
No.
It's espresso.
Espresso. Yeah.
And panino is singular. Panini is plural. So you can't say paninis.
Oh, I would love paninis. Yeah, just give me sandwiches on sandwiches, dude. I'm here for the sandwiches. Okay, let's see.
What was the other one? Cappuccino is like,
cappuccino.
2 cappuccinos. No, but you can have 2 cappuccini.
Cappuccini. Yeah. Nick says send the recipe.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No, it's okay. Send the recipe of what, Nick? What do you want? What do you want me to send you the recipe of, dog? He says OFC. What's the recipe? Okay, Taco. Here we'll do your question, and then we got Luis. Luis has a question. That's cool. Why intercepts? Oh, of the coffee? I mean, it's not really a recipe, more like it's a process, is what it is. There's a process to doing it.
Science.
Science, bitch. Where's the one?
Yes! Hell yeah!
Yeah!
Come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Yeah, science.
Yes! Yes!
You know what's funny actually? I hit my button sensation, and it will randomly pull up one of those videos, and it just happened to pull up, like, by the grace of the gods, it pulled up my Breaking Bad one. That was not planned. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's see, is Taco Cat here? Taco Cat. I should make a video about how I make my coffee. I think maybe that'd be cool. A little like TikTok thing. What's up, Taco? Okay.
My women, I like my coffee bitter and old.
I used to say like blacken on my lap. Black and all over my lap. It's like, what? You like coffee all over your lap? You're like, yeah, I don't know.
It was like, I like my coffee like I like my women. On your penis?
It's like, that's painful. Make a vid of how you make your sick food. Yeah, that should be fire. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay. These are a bunch of like really weird physics questions, but that's cool. Dude, what the fuck is a chapati, dude? What? Excuse me? What's a chapati?
Chapati. It's kind of bread.
Oh, okay.
It's looks like a pita bread.
Yeah, these are a bunch of like just random physics questions. Wait, didn't I ask you to ask me something else, Taco? I thought I asked you to ask me something else. I don't remember. What did I tell you to go over with me last time? Remember I said like ask me this next time, we'll do it next time? I forget. Yeah, what did I say last time? I don't know. Oh, it's okay. Oh, what happened to my Discord? Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind.
No.
Oh, that's all good. All right. Yes, the other image was blurry. Yes, it was very blurry. I don't know, but these are like almost like too easy. Okay. Here, I'll teach you like basic F equals MA. I think that's a useful one. Let's say person pushes a 20 kilogram block with a constant force of, let's say, 5 newtons. How far Does the block move in 4 seconds? It's a good question. All right. Very good physics question. Maybe basic, or it's a good introduction for people who haven't taken physics yet to like what would happen. So in order to do these, this is a type of physics called kinematics. So kinematics is just a fancy word for like shit that moves. So we're dealing with things that are moving. Okay, so and how we describe these things is with what is called the kinematics equations. Okay, so let's pull those up, or what you guys call SUVAT. Oh, thank you for the follow, Joe. Appreciate. Whatever, I'll use these ones. I know someone's gonna yell at me for not using SUVAT, but it's okay. Okay, so these equations here, Taco, describe different things about objects that are moving. All right, and so you'll see a bunch of like variables and things here. So we have, for instance, like VF, you know, VI, A, and T. You know, so V is equal to velocity, is what we say. The I and the F means like initial and final. Okay. Delta X is equal to the change in position. And then T is time. And A is acceleration. So let's put it here. A is equal to acceleration. Okay. So if you know some of these things, you can use these things, these equations, to figure out other things. Like, for instance, where it is, or how much time it's going to take to get there, or I don't know, like what is the speed of this thing at a certain point. Yeah. Okay. So they say a person is pushing a block that weighs this much. This is called the mass, right? Does each question get a different answer? Each question can be so each equation, these are equations, can be used to solve for different things. It depends what you're looking for. You know, which equation we use. So I think the way I explain this is this. I love this. This is such a great image. I actually really do like this one. So it depends what you're looking for. So if you are not, it's actually really what you're not looking for. So if you are not looking for the position, then you use this one. If you're not looking for the velocity, then you use this one. If you're not looking for the time, if you're not looking for the acceleration, if you're not looking for the initial velocity, yeah, it's one of these. Okay. In this case, right, we have a person pushing. So I like to always, some people have asked me actually this before. They say the hardest thing in physics is figuring out what equations to use and how to set them up. The easiest thing is doing the math. I agree. Like, the math is not very hard, but the hardest thing is setting up the equations. So the way to do that is to first look at your word problem and see what variables respond to what things. So 20 kilograms is a mass. That's M. M is nowhere here, so we don't really need to worry about it right now. Constant force of 5 newtons, cool. This is going to be F, which again is not in here. We'll get to it. And then it says, how far does the block move in 4 seconds? So this 4 seconds here, right? This is a time. And then how far does it move? Like, how far does the block move? This is going to be a delta X. That's a change in position. That's how far something moves. Okay? So far we have a delta X and a T. And then they also gave us an F and an M, which I will go into like what that means using another thing, which are called Newton's laws. So it's always good to kind of like draw a picture of like what's happening if you want to kind of like figure out what's going on. So we got a block here, right, which has a mass of 20 kilograms. And we have a force being applied to it. So I'm going to draw like a force there, right? Of this F is equal to 20 kilograms. And people may be asking, okay, well, like what's the point of this? So with this force diagram, there's an important thing called Newton's third law, which says that the sum of the forces on an object is equal to the mass times the acceleration. So if you add up all the forces pushing or pulling or whatever acting on something, that is going to be equal to the mass of that thing times its acceleration. And it's specific to direction. Right now we're only talking about things going left and right. So even though there are technically the force of gravity pulling it down and the normal force pushing it back up, we don't need to worry about these because I don't really care about up-down stuff right now. In later problems you will, but we don't need to know it. Yeah, okay. So if I look at the sum of the forces, right, there's only one force, and that's 20 kilograms. This must be equal to what the mass of this thing is. Or sorry, the force isn't 20. Sorry, the force was 5 newtons. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. Sorry, yeah, force 5 newtons. Okay. So sorry, the sum of the forces is 5 newtons. That's equal to the mass of this thing, right? Which is 20 kilograms times whatever its acceleration is. Do you see how using this equation you could then solve for what the acceleration is? What would the acceleration be equal to, Taco? Um, 5 equals 20a. This is where, like, again, it's pretty basic math. You know, setting it up is a little tricky. You got to know some things. Yeah, 0.25. Yeah, we just divide by 20. 5 over 20 is a quarter, which is 0.25. Okay, cool. All right. So now I go back down here, and I'm like, cool. So I know that A is equal to 0.25. All right. So let's look, right? I have A, I have delta X, and I'm trying to find delta X, and I have T. So I don't really probably want to use this one, right? Because I do want delta X, so I can't really use that equation. I have the acceleration, so I probably don't want to use this one, because this one says no acceleration. I also have the time, so I don't really want to use this one. And then no V naught, this says you don't know the initial velocity. We can always assume in physics, if something is like being pushed, that it started at rest, which means its initial speed or initial velocity is 0. So this is kind of another thing. We know that the initial velocity is equal to 0. So I don't want to use this one. So that leaves one equation to use, which is this, okay? Which says, right, that delta X is equal to VI times T plus 1/2 AT squared. Now, I already said that VI was 0, right? Because the VI is the initial velocity, which we're going to assume that it just starts on the ground, just chilling, okay? So this tells me that delta X is equal to 1/2 AT squared. You calculated what A was. The A was the acceleration, remember. We got that from F equals ma, and that was 0.25. So I have delta X is equal to 1/2 times 0.25, and then T squared. What is T in this case, Taco? What is T? Time. How much time are we looking at? Like, how much time? We're trying to find the position, which is 4 seconds. Very good. So this is 4 squared, okay? So this ends up equaling, right, 1/2 times 0.25 is a quarter, and then 4 squared is 16. I'm going to show you. You don't even need a calculator for this, right? Because a half times a quarter is 1/8 times 16, right? That's going to give you 16 over 8. So your answer is going to be 2 meters. There you're done. Yeah, good job. Cool? Nice. Yeah, you learned some physics there. That's dope, dude. I appreciate that. That's cool. Okay. Nice. Last question will probably be Luis. Let me see if Luis is here. Help screenshots. Let me see. Or for anyone else in the Twitch, if you have a question, I don't know, something math, science that, you know, maybe didn't get in class, or you got a homework thing coming up, or some assignment, feel free to ask it. I'm here. I'm probably going to go in a bit if there's no one else answering questions. Or no one asking questions. We did go through a lot today. We were at 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wow. But yeah, if you want to know how to, like, submit your questions, just join the Discord using that link right over there. Can I ask for another bond coin? No, you can't do that. You can't. You can ask another question. Just ask a question. Actually, let me see if Equity had a question actually. Nice. Wow, thanks for the follow and experience, Pex. Hopefully we get you experienced on this stream. Inexperienced Pex. Pex. I like Pex. Chest day is best day. All right. Let's see. Equity had like a fun little math question here. I'll like try to do this one just real quick. And this will probably be the last question of the day. How many followers we're at? We're at 889. 889. 900 will be cool. We'll probably hit 900 by the end of this week. I bet. Yeah. And then it's the road to 1,000. 1,000 be sick.
That's dope.
I think people would take me seriously if I had 1,000. Yeah, right? Right? Sensation's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, like, rock on. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I can't do it. My one buddy can do it. Yeah, the finger snaps. Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I know that one. It's a good one. Let's see. What is the chance that two different people both pick a random number between 1 and 400 4 different times each, and the averages of both people's numbers are the same? Oh. Uh-huh. Wait, two different people pick a random number between 1 and 100 4 different times each, and the averages of both numbers are the same. Okay. Oh, you're good, Mystic. Yeah, good to see you, dude. You had to do some jobs? What do you mean jobs? Aren't you at school? Is it like 11 a.m. in New Zealand? So let's remember what average is. So average, right, is equal to like number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3 plus number 4, all divided by 4 in this case, right? So this is like person 1 would be doing this, and then person second, person, is it 7 inches? What is 7 inches? Stop. God damn it. Nick, calm down. Okay. So if see, this is like average of the first person, right? Then average of the second person would be this, right? Would be this. Them picking 4 numbers and then dividing by 4. If the averages are the same, because they're both dividing by 4, yeah, it's okay. I'll just try and do it now. We just need the sums to be the same, okay? So I need the probability of 4 numbers added together to be the same. Huh. Oh, man. That's hard. You're cooking yourself some nuggets? I love nuggets. Chicken nuggets are great. Both pick a random number 4 times each, and the averages of both people's numbers are the same. So you need the sum of 4 numbers to equal each other. What's the probability of that happening? I mean, so if we wanted them to pick the 4 same numbers, let's just say that. Say they pick the 4 same. So let's say like 4 same numbers. That would be 1 over 100 times 1 over 100 times 1 over 100 times 1 over 100 times 4 factorial, because the order doesn't matter, if that makes sense, right? I wonder if you can pick the numbers with... Wait. Are you allowed to pick the same number? Or like, there's a couple things unknown in here. Like, so this assumes that... I think I need more information for this question, because I don't know if they're allowed to pick the same number. Like, could I pick 1111? The odds and then times it by 4? Yeah, no, it's more than that. It's more than that, Mystic. This is a tricky question, actually. Let's actually see. It's probably on the internet somewhere. Check. Oh, tiebreakers in Fortnite? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a good question. Maybe let's wait for like Penn Center or one of like the math chads to talk about this, because I don't know how to do because here's the problem. Like, for instance, I could do like 1, 2, 3, 4 as like my numbers, and then the other dude could just do like what is it, 5, 2, 2. Let's say 4, 7, 9, 10. Or here, it would be like 5, 2, 1, 2. Both of these would have the same average. So I don't know how you like account for that. That becomes a very difficult probability question. Oh, so for this, I was looking at tournament tiebreakers for Fortnite. I want to know the probability that 2 players get the same placement. So this is a question you just came up with yourself. So this isn't like so we don't even know if this is solvable, right, by the way. Yeah. Maybe you can do this computationally. So, yeah, I see. Same average placement. Yeah. Pick a number. Well, there's a lot of factors in that, yeah. I mean, this is cool. I mean, I'm glad, like, this is cool. You're taking something that's happening in, like, your real life, and you're trying to, like, see, is there a way to mathematically model this? Off the top of my head, I don't know. It's tricky. It's a good question, though. I'm sure maybe someone could figure out what it is. Because it has to do with something with the sums being the same, but that's tricky to figure out between 1 and 100. What we could do is we could do a base case where, let's say the numbers are between 1 and 5. And then if you try to draw that out, you can try to see if there's a pattern. If there's a pattern, then we can come up with like a formula to extrapolate to higher numbers. That's kind of what Ramton was showing us earlier when we were doing the, what was it? The compound interest one question we were doing? What was it? Or the annuity? I really enjoyed this one. The annuity question he came up with. What was it? It was not this one. Well, this was some of a series. Where was the annuity one? This one. Yeah, this was very cool. These be some good nuggets. Nice, dude. Okay, cool. I don't think any more questions. So let's end the stream off. Okay, cool. All right, thank you everyone for coming to office hours. Had a fun time working through questions with you guys today. Thanks again to all our guests. Thank you, Sensation. Thank you, Ramton. I always appreciate people that come out and chill and say hi. We have a good time, don't we? Yeah, awesome. So, our next stream is going to be tomorrow. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So, if you want to come on by and get help with your math or science questions, that's the time to do it. Also, stay posted. I'm going to post more information about the talent show that we're going to be doing. I would love to see what you guys have for talents. It's always fun. We're going to give out some prizes for that as well. Yeah, okay. So what I like to do is usually go raid someone else. So let's see, who else is streaming today? Who's streaming? Who do we got? We got Zach. Or Eric is done. Okay, cool. All right, let's go say hi to Science. I like Science. They're cool guys. Yeah. So if you guys want to go say hi to our boys Science, they got more science stuff going on. Go say hi to them. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Thank you for joining me on the stream. I always enjoy learning things and working with you guys. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
We all doing today? Welcome. I see Taco Cat Law. Look at that beautiful name. Welcome on in. N Stucky, welcome. Mystic Rift, how's it going? Raiders, welcome the heck in. My name is Balint. I am 1/3 of Science Streams. The other 2/3 are my lovely wife Lita and our daughter baby Ilona. Lead and I are research scientists with our PhDs in molecular biology, and we do live science content here on Twitch every single day of the week. I'm going to play y'all a 60-second channel trailer, show you get a vibe of what the channel's about, and then actual education. I want to know what you were up to. We'll be right back, y'all, in 60 seconds.
Welcome to Science Streams. If